There's no doubt about that. It's a team of match winners versus a team that has played so well together. Now the toss, by the way, that was won by Lahore, and they elected to bat first. By the way, Mohammad Rizwan said he would like to bat first as well. 95%, I would suggest, are going to be supporting the home team in Lahore. Buzzard Khan is with me. Buzz, what are your thoughts just leading into the final?
Well, the first thought is that the atmosphere is just electric. People started coming in when we came in about 3 hours ago. And this has been the team which has been so together, and they've got all the answers throughout the HBL PSL. But all of that is now history. It's this game, it's these 3 hours will decide a champion, and the whole of the season, the HBL PSL season 7 will be remembered by this game. Nobody really remembers runners-up, do they? No,
they don't. The umpire's in the middle. Richard Lillingworth is with Alim Dar. There's Richard Lillingworth. It's a big game for them as well, of course. The TV umpire is Michael Goff. Waka Yunus, your views?
I think they'll remember the Lahore previous game also against Islamabad United. Well, the atmosphere, that's what we talk about. The big finals, the big game. You know, 22 athletes going to be out there just fighting for that beautiful trophy. Fakhr Zaman, Abdullah Shafiq is going to open. Abdullah Shafiq looked really good the other day. Fakhr Zaman missed out in the last match, but we know what he's capable of. He's proved it over and over again. Alim Dar is the man in the middle. Very experienced, very good umpire.
Of course, we've got the defending champions with Multan Sultans against the only team who hasn't won yet, Lahore Qalandars. So it suggests that the Lahore Qalandars might be a little bit more toey than the Multan Sultans. But what about the fact that the Multan Sultans have been, Baz, on the sidelines for a few days? What are your views about that?
Yeah, sometimes it's a bad thing when you get a rest, but the way that the team has been so consistent, I don't think they would have minded a rest, because everybody is almost on song every match, so it's not a problem. There's no weakling in that side. This guy, he's been terrific with that new ball.
Right, it's going to be spin up to win it, I think, for the Multan Sultans. That's the way they're going to play things, with Tahir and also Kushtil. Confirmation of what happened to the toss. Multan have never lost batting first, so their plans have perhaps been upset at the toss today. Fakhr Zaman has been absolutely sensational. 532 runs at a strike rate of 123 at an average of 76. That's some going. Here we go, first ball of the final. Easing away on the leg side, so he's away, and so are Lahore. There's a roar for Lahore.
Yes, an easy start, an easy delivery, and Fakhr Zaman just nudged it away for one. That will take some nerves away for the bowler as well as for the batsman. And Mohammad Rizwan really busy today from the word go.
At the toss, Mohammad Rizwan said he would have liked to have bat, but he says he's not too bothered about the toss. Doesn't matter. They've got to do both things at some stage, so let's just get on with it. He is the heartbeat of the team. There's no doubt about that, Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, he says that, but Multan Sultans have won both matches where they lost the toss and haven't been bowling first. So, yeah, he wanted to bat first, but even when they've been put in the field, they've been able to come up with answers.
Yeah, they've been in red-hot form. In there for a while, back towards the bowling, got a bit excited.
Yeah, a few nerves, I would say. A youngster, Abdullah Shafiq, was just expecting the ball to just come a little quicker, maybe. That one just gripped a little.
Yeah, just 23 years of age. Abdullah Shafiq is a very fine player. Interesting to see the pitch. So the ground staff have spent a long time working on this pitch, getting it right. It was a little bit on the slow side in the qualifier. That's when it was used last. There will be some turn. Wants one. Bakazaman says no. And that's why.
Well, they're gone upstairs.
Oh, he's just having fun.
Just
to calm the nerves. I think he does this just to calm his nerves. Get the crowd pumping.
I think an umpire also needs to calm their nerves
just go
too,
back
because
again,
there's
just
no
rock and
pressure
roll.
on them.
Just rock and roll, please, Simon. Yeah, just rock and roll. That. Want to make sure the bat is grounded. Yeah. Yeah, just keep going back till he initially grounds it, please. I just can't see from that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bat is grounded beyond the line, so I'm ready for my decision on the big screen. My decision is not out. Thanks, Simon.
Yeah, sliding the bat over the line. Rizwan having a bit of fun behind the stumps. They decided to have a look at it. Good connection. 4 runs. Always difficult with a spinner inside the power play. 5 for none.
The buzz, the atmosphere, amazing. Gaddafi Stadium, full house tonight. First over went for 5, just everyone's sort of calming themselves. The nerves are out there. There's no nerves there in the crowd.
Both these teams are going to play fearless cricket. Some dot balls in that last over meant that they needed to launch the last ball, tick-tock Super 4. David Willey it is, who's been a very fine bowler for the Multan Sultans. Bowled with some nice variety. Bakazaman is such a massive player for Lahore Qalandars. The runs that he scored, the tempo he scored them at, have been quite sensational.
I don't think Willie is going to give too much pace. He's going to look to swing the ball into the right-hander, and he will look to take the ball away from left. So if there is any swing available, which we didn't see on the first delivery, he will swing it. He'll get a little bit out of that.
Yeah, he will, and that's a big bonus if you get it. Don't forget about the Jubilee Insurance My Stars 11 Fantasy League and win prizes worth £1 Pakistan crore. Download Jazz Cricket and CricVet app now. It's your last chance to play, by the way. You've got to pick a team out of these two sides that are clashing in the final. Pick your best players. Right behind that, Abdullah Shafiq. Right, let's see how the commentary team's been getting on. That's got to be an error, surely, at the top. That's got to be wrong, Baz. What do you reckon?
Mikey, come on.
That must be.
If Aaron can get it number 2, there's surely something wrong with that.
Yeah, but we're okay. We're in the middle there. We've got the right players tonight, Baz. We're
always,
okay.
Always.
Secunda at number 3. Man inside the circle. Just the one, straight to him. Either side would have been a bonus for Lahore. There's the trophy. It's a beautiful piece of silverware.
And it's a nervy start. Everybody looking at that trophy, looking to get that massive prize. But look at how these first 9 deliveries are gone. It's just sort of sparring at each other.
Just revisit those numbers of Bakazaman. 585 runs. Strike rate of 154. Extraordinary. 15 away from 600 runs. He'll be the first to post 600 runs if he gets there. Oh, he's 13 now. No one's got 600 before in the HBL PSL. Raising that on the onside.
You just seem as if both teams are feeling each other out. There's no punch been thrown as yet. 11 deliveries gone, it's just 8 without loss. Multan Sultans will be happy if this continues for another over or so, just to build on that pressure. They'll be happy with going through the first 2 overs without conceding too many. 8 at the moment, even if they go for 4, 13 off 2, they'll take that. Or 12 off 2.
Yeah, this is the important ball. Can Willie finish? Boundary off the last ball the previous over. That's whipped away for another boundary. Again, it's leg side, so 4 more runs. 7 off that, 12 for none. They've gone tilt here in the stadium, Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore. Any boundary scored at the start, they know how valuable they are in the power play. They know how important the first 6 overs are of a T20 game. Historic day, the 27th of Feb. Tea was fantastic. Plenty of posters in the crowd. I think we've had a couple of sparring sessions in the first 2 overs. As a look at the Lahore Qalandars, they've got some international match winners in that lineup, not least of all the captain, Shaheen Charafridi. 7 occasions he's picked up a wicket in his first spell now. That's going to be important later on. And the bloke on strike as well now. Missed out in the last game, did Fakhar Zaman, sent back by his partner.
Lahore Qalandars has been very quiet. That last delivery, yes, it wasn't really the best of the deliveries, a little bit on the hip. TikTok Super 4.
Yeah, it's got hold of that. There is a man lurking, and he takes the catch. Dahani has taken the catch. That is absolutely massive. That is a huge wicket. Fakhar Zaman is going to be on his way. That's extraordinary.
What a judgment. He had enough time. He took his time, waited on the ball. He was really close to the skirting and grabbed it beautifully. That's a massive wicket. Big, big wicket here. Look at that. Wow. Balance, great balance. Job well done. Jubilee safe hands.
Wow, Fakhar Zaman missed out in the last game, misses out today, goes for 3. Lahore 1 for 12 for 1, I should say, and it's Fakhar Zaman gone. Phil Salt has been left out of the lineup today for the final, and this guy is in. Zishan Ashraf played very well for Multan Sultans a couple of seasons ago. Got a big job to do here, batting number 3.
Drafted back into the side for the final. Big moment for him. Well, lots of pressure, but he can strike the ball. This man has been so good with the new ball throughout the HBL PSL 7. And even in the final, he started off brilliantly.
Oh, that's a bit of a gift first up. He's put that away easily for 4. That's a nice way to start.
Yeah, very, very good start for Zishan Ashraf. Playing against his previous team. That was on the legs. and all he did was just punched it. He didn't really hit it hard. He made sure he kept it down and right between the two fielders.
He is a very good player of spin, so he'll enjoy this. Doesn't get flustered with pace off the ball. Zishan Ashraf, this is the huge wicket of Fakhar Zaman. Well, it was coming. He had to up the ante. That's a brilliant catch. The judgment is absolutely perfect. And then obviously the Hani with the celebration. Yeah, he just forced him to try and clear the fence.
We saw a similar reaction last game. He just stood there stunned when he got caught a backward point off the spinner, where they had to get him to turn around and move towards his dugout because he was gone. So the butterflies will be flying a little bit more in formation in Zishan's stomach. Over the wicket now. Looking for two. Zishan wants to come back. Shafiq says no.
Yeah, he's a good player. Seen him in the past, open for Multan Sultan, and a very free-flowing batsman, Zishan Ashraf.
Now, TikTok fans, player of the match. Don't forget to get involved and vote who you think is going to be the player of the game, and you can vote on TikTok app now and win exciting prizes. Scrub Fakhar Zaman. Inside edge, going to get a bonus. Chases on, and the dive as well. Imran Tahir, desperate stuff down there.
Very, very lucky, Abdullah Shafiq. That was very close to the leg stump. It was a quicker delivery. Bowled at 102 Ks. He's done extremely good. Imran Tahir.
Yeah, I saved the boundary for sure, but he's almost taken out the buggy. Buggy very close, keeping a good eye.
Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. And the buggy's okay. See if we can get the a shot of the ball leaving now, and then the cushion moves. That's fine. Really good work from Tahir. Saved one run. One more look. Michael Goff wants to be totally sure. It's a big final. I don't see any movement at all until he gets free of the ball. And 3 runs it is. Good stuff from Tahir. So again, it's the last ball of the over. 8 off it so far. This eases that on the onside to retain the strike. So 9 off, 21 for 1. Ghulam to come in next, who's been very handy with the bat. He's been the second highest scorer actually with 240, Hafiz after that. So a big gap between Fakhar Zaman and Ghulam. And David Willey continues to Zishan. Nicely worked, quick single.
Still just nudging it away, looking to just settle in. Still no real big hit apart from Fakhar, who just perished away.
Here's the big one. This is the Parkview City Winner House contest. Here's the winner. My goodness, this has been a very, very popular campaign. Daniel Sajid Abbasi. Parkview City Winner House contest goes to Daniel Sajid Abbasi. Congratulations, what a prize that is.
Massive prize. What about David? Didn't he get one?
He's distraught. Looking for one again. Win a house. How's that, guys? Win a house. My goodness, that's extraordinary. Great stuff, Daniel.
What is his name? The pitch so far looks a pretty good one. No real movement we have seen when the Pacers were bowling, and no real spin also. So a bit of swing there now, and he's got him. It was wide, it was full, and Zishan was looking to thrash it through cover. Just a little nick.
And he's not telling to his partner either. He's on his way. So they're not sitting upstairs to have a look. Really good swing on that delivery from Willie. Serious movement through the air. A little bit slower, and it went. Rizwan threw it high in the air, and the celebrations began.
Yeah, plenty of curve from Willie and Zishan. Zishan Ashraf out for 7. It's 23 for 2.
Two down, 23 for 2 now. Kamran Ghulam has got some work to do here. It's often been the case when he's come to the middle and there's been work to be done by him. He and Shafiq have batted well on occasions. He'll be absolutely delighted right now, Mohammad Rizwan. Halfway through the 4th over. Nice drive. Slight misfield. Scampered through for 1.
Willie's just been bowling a short of a length and pushing the batsman back, and on that occasion he just floated up. No real pace, 123 clicks, but really wide, asking Zishan to just go through that cover, hit me hard. And the lack of pace really got him edging that delivery straight to the wicketkeeper.
Right at the toe end of the bat. Easing that one away, back to the square, off the stumps. Willie got a little bit excited. Single only.
Just seems that he's cut down on pace for that swing, and maybe the 120, 123 sort of pace is getting him the swing that he needs. A couple of deliveries that have swung have been slightly slower.
In the air, on down. Straight in and straight out. That should have been taken. Will he be upset about that? Azman it was. 25 for 2. Well, Lahore are going to be pretty disappointed about the score line before this ball. It could have been far worse. Could have been 3 down quite easily. Went sharply, however. His reaction, I think, tells a story. Realises that he should have taken that.
It seemed that he wasn't expecting the ball to come at him. Yes, it was quick. And Mohammad Rizwan straight away giving him...
Over. Going at 7s at the moment, so he's doing a fine job at the top. 4 overs gone, 25 for 2. Sent back. Average power play, by the way, for Lahore Qalandars has been 50 after 6 overs, so they're behind the 8 ball at the moment. Run rate is only 6. Harry Brook with the pads on. Mohammad Hafiz due to come in next. Down the track and stumped. Stumped by about 1.5 meters. Just a little bit of turn, but it was more the flight that did it.
Qalandars are losing it. A wicket in the previous over. And Shafiq just ran down the pitch, had no idea where the ball was pitched and just swung his bat. That is not a very good cricket. Just a little spin, a little bit more bounce, and Rizwan did the rest. That's great bowling. Bowling his 3rd over, Afridi, and picking up an excellent wicket.
On his way for 14. This is big, big trouble now. 25 for 3. To look at the 3rd wicket, I have no doubt that he saw him coming. Just dropped it a little bit shorter as well. Clever bowling. He's been around for a long, long time, Asif Afridi. He's a very, very clever bowler, very talented bowler, and a banker for a captain. Picked up the 3rd wicket. Mohammad Hafiz now. We don't need to remind you of the stats when there's 3 wickets down inside the power play. That just spells bad news. Someone's going to play out of their skins to get things back on an even keel here for Lahore Qalandars. A little bit of turn.
Yeah, slows it up, the variation in length, but the variation is in his pace is what does the batsman. With the new ball, the one that slides on is slightly quicker, but then he also has the one which he flights up or slows it up, and that has more chance of spinning or turning off the track.
A little bit quicker that time. Yeah, this was captured during the break. There he is, Imran Tahir out there with a Tapal tea. Just enjoying the sponsor's brew. Not in the lounge, but on the park. Flight again. Magnificent work from Afridi.
Excellent captaincy from Mohammad Rizwan, asking his bowler to bowl a little slower and asking his fielders, especially in the circle, to come closer. Don't give them an easy singles.
So another dot, and this is a wicket maiden. Wants one, gets one, so it's almost the wicket maiden. One from it, important wicket. 5 gone now, 26 for 3, big trouble.
5 done here in the final. Top has been blown away here, even though the Qalandars won the toss. No hesitation from Shaheen Shah Afridi. You got to go up front and post runs on the board in a big match, a final in fact. But it's good for Andy Flower and the Sultans. Bit of room and race. He's into the thick of things, but he's given a little bit of width here to the Professor, who's got hold of this one. Evening, D.I. Gower and Mrs. Mumtaz.
Very good evening, Daniel Morrison. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, this is one way of dealing with this current crisis. Just gets it over the top. Welcome runs to add to the unwelcome wickets.
Yeah, pressure big time. I think all the Lahore fans just felt a little sigh of relief with that boundary. If Zaman gone on the boundary, don't they know it? Rouge, evening.
Evening, Danny. Evening, David. And evening, everyone watching Pride of Fan of the Match on their Facebook page and answer questions. And this crowd is indeed bright tonight, electric. They'll be slightly disappointed with Lahore losing 3 wickets up front. Rebuilding here from that pair, Ghulam and Hafiz, now required.
Yeah, this is where you want to see things start to click a little bit here with the experience. Certainly with Mohammad Hafiz and Cameron Ghulam. Say it so often. Michael Hazeman touched on it. You lose 3 inside the power play at T20, then you're up against it. But we've seen sides do it. Here in the HBL PSL in Season 7, bounce back and do well and win. Broken the trend, broken the stats. This will run away again. Soft hands from the Professor.
Well, the Professor is well qualified to try and see this through, to try and redress the balance. And all he needs to do at this stage is play these deft little shots. We've seen what happens when you try and get too excited too soon. That was Abdullah Shafiq's problem. And so now the Professor is just going to play proper cricket, try and restore the balance, try and change the scoreline.
Yeah. You think on those old shoulders. And then again, you just can't bowl here with that line. No, you can't do that. Is it Dahani, the hero with those Jubilee safe hands that got rid of Fakhar Zaman? Got to do better than that.
Well, they'll take the catch, I'll tell you that. They'll take the catch to get rid of Fakhar Zaman. They'll forgive him this because of that. And it's one of those ones where you've got everything behind it and then you deflect it away from everything that's behind it.
Naughty. You know, he's such a crowd favourite though, Mr. Hani. Great celebrator. And certainly a good wicket taker as well. The end of the power play. Yeah, it's 6 done. And Lahore 41 for 3 here.
Yeah, 15 from the over. Against the trend, against the way, against the run of play. But one of the things about Multan Sultans, which I saw last year in HBL PSL 6, and which we've seen all the way through HBL PSL 7, is the way that they come together. They are a very friendly team, very supportive of each other, and their entire ethos is not to worry about the mistakes, just start again, get it right next time. So there'll be no recriminations here. Yeah, well done. Hope the trip is worth it. It's been worth it for the rest of us.
Richard Illingworth, they're just confirming we've had 6. Yeah, this crowd is certainly enjoying themselves in this final in season 7. Still Shah, so we've got a little bit more left arm orthodox turning away from these batters. Yeah, full house, understandably so. We've been fortunate here really in the last 10 days with Lahore's involvement as a franchise playing here at Gaddafi. You just get it ramped up that much more. And, well, promoters, fans, advertisers, they wanted this final, they've got it. 2 best sides, you'd have to say, in season 7. There's a bit of byplay and a bit of action. He's been in the thick of it, Rizwan. I have to say, well, he's up there with my player of the tournament. 3 to 4. There's F. Saman. There's Dahani's catch. And sucker ball with a slow one, little tickle. Zishan's got to go. Willie, wicked. And then went to put the milk bottles out and the door closed. Unlucky son. Not a great option given the situation.
Tell you what was remarkable about that Dahani catch as well was that other ball, the stray ball that was on the edge of the boundary, which must have been left over from the practice sessions before the game. Because had he got any closer to that, with his eye on the other ball, the main ball, the real ball, that could have been rather interesting.
Yeah, as you say, David, if he stood on it, it could have been really bad news. Dahani, such a key figure in the field. Watch this. Takes a catch.
He's about what, a foot away from that stray ball.
Yeah, his right foot, as he was hopping around trying to maintain his balance. Good catch. Yeah, bizarre to have a practice ball right up against the boundary.
Yeah, he's done really well here because it's very easy for the momentum of the ball to carry you firstly past the boundary, but then to stop, hop on one foot, and I'm sure he had it in the peripheral vision, that stray ball there. So he's done really well.
Pressure just keeps mounting, just keeps. You feel it, sense it.
Yeah, he's been really good. Coach, still impressive throughout with the ball. And very effective over here. Just 2 with 1 ball to go. The pressure's on Lahore here.
Taking 16 wickets. There's Kustal Shah. Yeah, been one of the standouts. We've had 7, and it's 44 for 3.
It's a big final. It's a big final. And the 2 teams who've exceptionally played well throughout the tournament. Young captain for Lahore Qalandars, and I think he's done a fantastic job for his franchise. He's been calm and composed. Yes, he's got Hafiz helping him out. A lot of matches. Salt you saw behind the wicket as well, helping him out. Unfortunately, Salt missing out today. A bit of a questionable decision that, but it's all done now. And they are 44 for 3 in 7.
Young captain, he's been relishing the opportunity as Shaheen. And here they are into a final. Never won the HBL PSL, Lahore. Nicknamed Gandalf. And he is relishing this too. Still playing, Imran Tahir. Nice little use of the feet here. Sensible. Keep rotating. If you're not hitting boundaries, as we all appreciate, you've got to keep that scoreboard ticking. Good spinning side, as Multan fans will appreciate. They get the most wickets in terms of the spin department out of any of the franchises.
Yeah, I love the Gandalf nickname, the wizardry of the leg spin. But Gandalf also used a staff, didn't he? He used a staff to very good effect, whereas Imran's not so good with the staff.
I was watching it just last night. A bit of channel surfing from our hotel, Lord Gower. There's a little bit of The Hobbit on, and a little bit of Lord of the Rings. Pops up everywhere, doesn't he? He's loving the flight. He's had all that confidence, and he's had another good T20 tournament. Here's Imran Tahir. And always the other one.
Yeah, not easy. Especially we've got the two spinners bowling in tandem. Khushdil from the other side as well. Well tossed up, the wrong one there. And it's an important rebuilding stage, and they'll have to continue the momentum. I'd like one of those. Ice creams?
I thought, okay.
You're here to work.
With some ice cream.
Just 5 overs. Just hang on 5 overs.
I got it. Well, good save. And get back. Shah Masood.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. Took a brilliant catch earlier on as well. Loves throwing himself around, as do all the Multan Sultan fielders.
1-1-1.
It's only going to be 1. So just 4 from that. It's 48 for 3.
Yeah, just a run rate of 6 at the moment. Obviously, you can understand that with those wickets going down. You can understand that these two now, Ghulam and Hafiz, have their options limited. And it's time to start thinking, isn't it, as to what they can get away with. What's the minimum they need to aim for to keep themselves in the game? That old trick, which happens every game, each and every game. But at the moment, they're way below par.
Well, 3 behind Shadib Khan is Imran Tahir, and of course Shaheen playing in this final. He's just in the mix. Oh, missed out there.
Yeah, just 7 of the 2 spinners overs here, just 7 runs, 3 of the first from Khushdil and 4 of Tahir, and they'll have to mark down some areas to get those boundaries if they need to move on here. Yeah, Multan really wouldn't have a problem with these singles. It's not like they're nudging them for 2 as well. No boundaries now in the last 15 deliveries. It's been really good spin bowling there now in the middle in this period of the game where they really need some.
There we go. Hafiz, if you please. It's not really his game. Brings up the 50 in style out as the old boy. Bit more galoot low.
Well, it was as much placement as power. Because what he did, and I'll give him full credit for meaning to do it too, is get it absolutely straight. Got men out in the deep, long on, long off. And if you haven't got the absolute power, got to make sure it goes nowhere near them. That was dead straight down the ground, so beautifully placed. One of our favourites, Brighto, stain-free drives. I miss being able to say that next week.
You will, but I did admire yours over the years. Back in those retro 80s.
The difference is they were never sponsored.
Didn't quite go straight. Too much flair from you. 00. You do love it. Do love an ice cream. This is Mumtaz. There's plenty of it going around, isn't there? Chocolate, ice creams, what else? Rouge, face paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some of that as well.
Candy. Oh, that sounded crunch. Sean again.
Yeah, suddenly Lahore feel like there's a spring in their step. Hafiz coming down the track with that beautiful hit for 6, and that sounded really good as well. Sean's done extremely well to cover the ground and get it slide in with his body behind the ball, and now this over 9 with the 1 to go.
Can this disappear? Hafiz, he's trying, and he has found a gap. It's a very, very good over here for Lahore. 13 from it, and is now 61 for 3.
Yeah, we're celebrating. This crowd will be trying to make the most of each and every moment here tonight, and will be predominantly supporting the home side. So if the Prof is going to have a great night, he's going to be well applauded, that's for sure. And what he got there was a couple of little gifts, because Crystal trying to bowl it slow, trying to get turned by bowling it slower, I suspect, and just dropped it that little bit too short. But both sounded brilliant off the bat.
Now they needed that big time with the Qalandars, and over that went into the teens. A very good sound off Blade. So to go with his 6, he hits a 4. And Hafiz striking it well, almost 160s, 30 from 19. 4 4s and a maximum. And it's time for, the golden arm of Dahani. Already been in the game with that superb catch, well judged. And now he replaces the wrist spin of Tahir from the pavilion end. Let's see how he goes. He's been a wicket taker. He's been instrumental in Multan getting straight into the final. And a heck of a season. Thinking of 2. Yeah, well weighted, good pressure with the running.
Well, that's one of the things they can do, is put the pressure on with the running, and that was the result of running that first one quickly as ever. Long way in from the boundary there, and even if he had picked it up cleanly, I think they were safely home come what may.
Gollum. Do with a boundary just to lift things a bit, just for his own personal confidence, and get into the thick of it. He's striking well at only 77.
The Tapal Tea Lounge, thank you Tapal for the fantastic tea and entertainment. And indeed, that's absolutely right. What are they saying? High five for a successful HBL PSL with Tapal.
Get revved up, come on. It's a final. I don't care where you are in the lounge. What about a celebratory dance or something, Mrs. Mumtaz?
I like that. That's a good idea. Come on, next time you're on screen, get those dance moves in.
Oh, a bold. Hovering around that mid and off stump line. Like it.
Right, a wonderful initiative by the government of Pakistan, the Naya Pakistan Qawmi Sehat Card, the world's largest healthcare system for every family and every citizen, covered by 1 million Pakistani rupees per annum of health insurance. And the best part of this facility is that it is usable at all private and government hospitals.
And boom! Thank you, Rouge. Where's he going here? He shows the old seam up, then often just splits the fingers and moves the seam in the hand at the last split second. Well, there's the leg cutter. Yeah, pace off. Always thinking Dahani.
Yeah, seam-up delivery, clocking up some real pace here. 1-4-2. That was a couple of deliveries ago from Dahani. We've got the Honorable President of Pakistan, Dr. Arif Alwi, alongside the Chairman of the PCB, Mr. Ramiz Raja. Yeah, I think we might have the Chairman next to us in a little while. So stay glued to your TV screens.
Yeah, you'll be out looking for ice cream at that stage, won't you?
I'll bring some back for you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, who else? Hafiz. Very, very good as ever, with some deft touch.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's quite enough pace in the pitch for this ball. It's one of Dahani's specialities. He's got the pace, he gets the bounce, and he gets it quite high, but you can imagine on one of the quicker pitches that flying through and would be harder to control. On this pitch, which is very easy paced, it's a great shot, and it's something which Shahnawaz Dahani has to look at and learn from. Bowlers like batsmen have to get the hang of the pitch.
Well, he's got one to go here to try and finish off. He's gone for 9. Bowlers retort. Yeah. 10 off, the 10th. 71 for 3 now.
Right, well, that's more like it. That's a little bit better. Stepped on the gas a little bit, Lahore Qalandars, after some serious setbacks right at the top. Now, this pitch was used for the qualifier, so let me just give you some information about the track. 163 batting first won that game. This track is better than it was during the qualifier, so you've got to go a little bit north of that. Tahir now floating up that leg spinner. He certainly doesn't give it that much flight normally, just going past the outside edge.
Yeah, the slow delivery or the slow pace from Tahir getting turned off the track. Catch it.
In the air for a bit. So 163 was the winning score last time batting first. I said the track's better than that, so go north. However, they can't go too much north. They're going to have to think no more than about the 170 mark, somewhere around there. 175 if someone plays really well. There's the Rongan, a little bit flatter. Just a little rundown of what Tahir does. Variations, leg spinner first up. Second one is the googly. And the third one is his most important ball, the slider. Builds from the slider. If his slider's working, the rest generally do. There's a slider again. Just drop through for a single.
Hafiz and Kamran needs to build the partnership. But yes, it's not easy against Tahir and Dahani. Both are very calculated in their line and length. Overall, really good fielding side as well. That's the projected score.
So to get the numbers I'm talking about, need to go at 10s, which is not going to be easy. There's the googly, which is a little bit flatter, a little bit quicker, easily picked. Brings up the 50 stand, 39 balls.
Well, they would like to just go a bit deeper till 13th, 14th over and then maybe go for the big hits.
Tries of catch it, on the bounce, no drama, Dahani. And that's another tidy over. 5 only from it, 76 for 3. It's been good. Asif Afridi's been really good. 3 overs, 2 for 15. His numbers have, again, very, very dependable. Asif Afridi, really good with his stuff. He's back into the lineup now. 3 overs, 2 for 15. His return. 1 for 11 to David Willey as well. Lahore just the 1 over, going for 10. He's a live wire, that's for sure. And that's the 50 stand, confirmation off. So these guys have got to build. Problem is they're going to get under 7 and over at the moment, so they can't sit on too many more overs. That one just went for 5. They're going to have to step on the gas. That's how slow this surface is at times.
They would like to target their areas and bowlers, but the problem is all of them are pretty immaculate. Touch of turn there, swayed on it. No pace whatsoever, making things more difficult for Ghulam and Hafiz.
Harry Brook is due to come in next. He's a conventional batsman. That's sliding a bit leg side. But he's a batsman who, when he's in form, is very fluent, Harry Brook.
But the thing is, probably when he walks in, he won't have that much time to settle down. They would like to go all attack against Multan.
100 off 48 balls a couple of games ago. A little bit quicker. Arm ball. Collision. Everything's okay at the bowler's end.
Always looking to go on the back foot, Kamran Ghulam.
Brighto's sisters of the match, I'm calling that. Follow Brighto Sports on Facebook and Instagram.
This is really good by Asif Afridi. He slows up the pace and gets the ball just to turn a fraction, and whenever he goes flatter, it zips through. This is an impressive spell. Remember, this is the final. He bowled in the power play. That slip just caused that second run, but he's come back for his second spell. Just the 1 over, but he's bowling well.
Down the track, hit that high. 2 fieldsmen circling, is 1 calling. What sensational tag teamwork. That is remarkable. Shan Masood was the first. He did all the hard work. He was a bit concerned he was going to be running over with it. He tapped it back and the catch was taken. They're stunned. The umpire's going to have a look. Marina, what do you reckon?
I reckon they've done their bit of work. Incredible fielding.
TV
Talk
umpire
about
to director.
teamwork all together. Multan Sultans are on the top.
Soft signal is
but you have to look at.
Start with the front foot first, please. Okay, it's a fair delivery. Best angle of your catch, please, Simon. Okay, first contact within the boundary. And no contact there. Passes the ball to another fielder who takes a fair catch. I'm ready for my decision on the big screen. My decision is out. Repeat, out.
That's a terrific catch. Tim David has said, but Shan Masood did all the work. Kamran Ghulam out for 15, 79 for 4.
So now it is time for Harry Brook. 23 years of age, very promising young player from England. Best of 102 not out was a couple of games ago. He played beautifully in that knock. He's going to have to play beautifully again today. What about this catch? This is quite extraordinary. Hard work done by Shan Masood.
terrific catch. He knew exactly where he was standing, where the boundary was, where the ball was traveling. Yes, she couldn't believe it. Multan Sultan never shy of surprises.
Jubilee safe hands, that's for sure. She was stunned. I think a lot of people were stunned in this crowd when that was taken. He might have been as well. Asif Afridi's now picked up 3 wickets for 19 runs off his 4 overs. That is an outstanding spell. Brilliant stuff from him. 12 overs gone, 80 for 4. Asif Afridi opened the bowling. He was absolutely superb. 14 dot balls as well. 3 for 19. Tahir again. That's the wrong one. Advancing down and just pushing that down the ground for a single. Tim David was involved in a juggling catch not so long ago.
This is brilliant. He just sort of tapped it back. Made sure he's inside the rope. Tim David took the catch, but Shan Masood has done all the work.
I love that look on Shan Masood's face as he wheeled away with his eyes popping out. Leg spinner that time from Imran Tahir. Just the one.
Whenever Lahore tends to find some momentum, Multan Sultan are on top of their game, bringing them back into the shell.
TikTok fans play of the match. There's the winner. Winners, Waleed Bhatti, Wajid Iqbal and Ramzan Ali. Waleed Bhatti is here with us today. That was his prize to come to the final. There's the slider. So Waleed, I hope you're enjoying the game. I'm sure you are. Enjoying the atmosphere as well. Congratulations on winning that prize.
Exhibition of spin bowling. Asif Afridi, wonderful spell. Imran Tahir now into his 3rd over. He's just gone for 12.
Oh, he likes this, Imran Tahir. I've seen that look before a few times. Chat with the skipper. Are they going to send it upstairs? They've got a couple of reviews. He's asking another senior player. And he goes.
Copy, thanks Richard. TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. Start with the front foot first, please. Okay, that's a fair delivery. Front on-spin vision, please. Okay, it looks like bat. We'll just confirm that with Ultra Edge, please. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Well, it wasn't particularly close. Right out of the middle of the bat. I give Imran Tahir. I'll give him my glasses after the game. A smile there from Richard Illingworth. He was convinced, wasn't he, Tahir? David Willey was the other gentleman who was consulted as well. He was at mid-off at the time. Tahir again. Tahir's off. Is this the second one? He's off. Tahir's on a sprint. There's nothing there either. Oh, hang on. No, he's going to have a chat to his captain. He's going to have another chat. Where's David Willey? No, he's having a chat to him. Brilliant.
Hafiz has made sure that he's not got the review. Didn't allow him to go to Rizwan. Rizwan was smiling away. The first one was bang in the middle of the bat. This one, he thinks is a huge edge.
Single. 4 at that over and a couple of big shouts from Imran Tahir. 84 for 4. Here comes the chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board in his way. A stroll around the ground. I wonder if he's heading towards the commentary box. Chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board is strolling around, having a chat to some of the guys. Saying well done to the ground staff as well. On his way. I wouldn't mind having a look at that second appeal, by the way. I reckon that might be quite interesting. Let's have a look and see if there was some connection with the bat. No, there wasn't. Just clears that up. Nothing at all. Mustil Shah continues.
Hafiz and Brook, well, they can come up with a good partnership. Here's the banter. He wants to go up for everything, and Hafiz is saying, yeah, that was a flipper, but you have to control your emotions.
Spinner to spinner. Right now it's spinner to batsman. Hafiz has got some serious batting to do, along with this gentleman, Brook. And he hasn't got any time to waste, Harry Brook. Single only.
They need to have one boundary in every over, minimum one. Keep rotating the strike. Current run rate 6.45. Not ideal for them. But this man looks in a good nick today. Good shot selection, clean hitting.
Well, the HBL score forecast is low, 139. That's a little bit wide. He's going to have to bowl that one again. Yes, he is. Bit of exercise for Alimdar.
Wasn't bad thinking from Mustil. Saw Hafiz just wandered over, slowed it up outside off. And just have a look at keep an eye out for the speeds that he's bowling at. He's just slowing it up, slowing it up. He knows that both the batters are trying to get pace on the ball and get after him. But he's making sure that he's bowling slightly wide and slightly slower, tossing it up.
Last 30 balls, 33 runs only. That's what they're going to have to do. Look to advance a little bit. They can't just keep patching around the ones. They've got to have a couple of overs that are going to be reasonably high to try and get some sort of total on the board. It is a final. Anything can happen when you post some sort of total. Got a counter punch. Sliced away. That's going to help their cause. There's a boundary. That's what they needed. First boundary and 24 deliveries.
Mustil Shah just staggering outside off stump. And talk about placement and timing from Mohammad Hafiz. He's looking good tonight. All he had to do was find that perfect gap, waited for it, and sliced it into it perfectly. Tick-tock, super over. Super 4.
It's 9 off. And 1 ball remaining. Important delivery this. Could do with another boundary. Can't get it away, can't pierce it through that gap, so it's just the one, so rounded up to 10. 14 gone, 94 for 4.
Brook and Hafiz, they need to target some bowler, need a big over. But who are they going to target? It's Tahir, Dahani. Got Ruman Race as well. Picked up 1 boundary of Mustil Shah in the previous one. But they need a couple of more. Still very behind where they would have liked them to be at this point.
Just the one tall building over the last 4. They need to build on that. Bit of flight that time. Tahir certainly hasn't been afraid of tossing the ball up a little bit today. His numbers are really tidy. He started his last over.
Hafiz's 50, his first 50 in the HBL PSL 7, and what a time to get it in the final. He just makes it count in the big stage. He needs to build on this and maybe go a bit quicker. But 36 deliveries for his 50. 6 boundaries and a 6.
Nicely worked by Brook. Easing down the track, looking for 2. Not there, just the 1. Quick look at Mohammed Hafiz's wagon wheel. The one red shot all down the ground for 6. Worked it nicely on the offside. That's what he likes to do. This time just the single on the leg side. This is Tahir's last over. Brilliant stuff. None for 16 at the moment. Now this is our last power run, the Osaka power run. This is the last one. How's he going to go? Oh, I'm not sure about this. There's going to be a green flash very soon. Oh, he won. I think he won that. Extraordinary stuff. Looking for 2. Nope, only 1. Thumbs up for the victor. Aaron handing over the prize.
So far, just singles.
And there's another boundary. 4 singles and a boundary. Takes this over to 8 with 1 remaining. They need him to bat well tonight. David Visu was magnificent the other night.
100 comes up with that sweep shot. He's relied on that shot a lot because ball's not really come onto the bat with the spinners. Just drifting down leg and just helped on its way. That's neatly played.
Last ball of the spell. It was the wrong one, so brilliant stuff from Tahir. That's his 4 overs gone, none for 22. 9 off the over, 15 gone now, only 5 remaining.
What he can to get the score up to where? Maybe at 10 and over they can get to 153, still in the game. Probably 20 runs short of, 30 runs short of where they'd prefer to be, but let's see what happens next. So, 5 overs to go. David Willey with the ball, with the microphone. Familiar voice of Arooj Mumtaz Khan, and one that rings a bell. I'm trying to remember where I heard it last. Ramiz Raja, welcome, welcome.
Thanks, David. Thanks, Arooj. It's a pure pleasure. See you hearty and healthy, by the way.
Nice
so
to
well
be
done.
back, I can tell you, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's just past the outstretched glove. Rizwan at full stretch, couldn't get underneath it. First ball of the over after this strategic timeout. They planned for 4.
No, it really has been a terrific innings from Hafiz, batting well under pressure. Not easy to make sure that the wickets do not fall. So the onus was on him to produce a partnership and also not lower the tempo. And I think he's done a fantastic job here.
He has, he has. We were just wondering whether the timeout would bring another wicket. A number of times in this HBL PSL, that's exactly the way it's worked. Sounded straight to deep square leg. And if you want the stats, we've always got stats. They're on tap. We have stats on tap. 66 strategic timeouts we've had, and 25 wickets in the over that follows. So the chances are theoretically high.
I think something to do with Tapal then.
You can say that, we can't. Ramiz, just wondering, I mean, while we've got you here, it's a very special time, of course, in the final, which, you know, who knows which way it'll go yet. What about the future of PSL, HBL PSL? Because this seems to have gone very well. Everything's worked. The odd COVID case, nothing apart from that. Don't worry about that. But everything seems to work apart from that.
We want to open this now to entire Pakistan. So next year we'll go to Multan. You'll be there, David. inshallah. Then we'll go to Quetta, we'll go to Peshawar, and then you'll see the real buzz. As it is, that's well stopped. That really is good fielding from Khushdil Shah. Is a smart cricketer, very good in the deep field. And the idea is to get this rolling all over Pakistan. And you've seen the buzz, the electric environment here in Lahore, and why not sample this in Multan, sample this in Peshawar for next year. So looking forward to it.
And what about plans to extend the number of teams, ideas like that?
So for first 10 years, it's going to be just the lot that you've got. So after 10 years, then we can add 1 or 2. But it's been record profit making for the franchises this year. 71% profit before the first ball was bowled. So that is huge. And I think it sort of stems from the fact that we actually did reasonably well in the World Cup. Beating India in that World Cup game has energized the entire country, the fans, and they are hopeful once again. And that meant a lot of fruities for the franchise owners. So they've got the dough in their pocket without a ball being bowled. So they're sitting very, very happy.
Harry Brook pulls it away, but it's just the one. 16 overs gone. 113 for 4. Harry Brook, one of the few with 100 to his name in this tournament. And in the process of making that very self-same 100, looked a class above many others. But the nature of it is, of course, you have a great day like that, you have low scores that follow. He obviously enjoyed the whole atmosphere of that, well, of this stadium, the Gaddafi Stadium. He obviously enjoyed himself immensely, and he's one who, dare I say it, loves the pressure.
Yeah, that 100 that he scored was scintillating. It was made of classical cricketing shots, unfazed by the occasion, came in at 12 for 3, and Lahore were in a spot of bother. But the interesting part here, he's got Hafiz at the other end, who's looking really good.
Roman race. No, that's gone fine. Just a little bit offline. Already expensive from his first over. 15 from his first over. First ball of his second over goes for 4. He's got to do some thinking.
The crowd is definitely getting behind Lahore, and much needed boundary here for them. Roman Reis rolls the fingers over, strays in line a little bit, and all Brook had to do was get back on that. He'll want a couple of more boundaries. Hafiz on the other end looking really good, settled in at 64. Have a look at that crowd, absolutely fantastic.
That's too close to the bowler to run. Almost caused himself a problem there, Harry Brook. Diving to get back, diving to get back. The bat is grounded just in the nick of the time, even if the ball had struck the stumps. Ah, look at this, look at this. The man leading from the front. Now tell us about the boys behind.
So this is a special project, the Pathway Cricket. One that I absolutely admire and love. That's gone fine again for runs. That's good batting actually. He's not trying to hit the ball down the ground. It's about playing the field. And so far so good. So the idea is to get the 100 best young kids on PCB's payroll. And so we are giving them a stipend of 30,000 rupees each. The education will be looked after by an organization free of cost. As we have another look at that lovely flick. Probably hit the pad. I'm not too sure whether it was given runs or not. And they'll be provided with free bats and balls and gloves. And so the idea is to produce another Babar Azam and Shaheen Shah Afridi in 3 years' time.
It's obviously a very busy time for Pakistan cricket at the moment. In fact, actually, it's a lovely initiative, yes. Having said that, of course, you've got such a good tradition of finding kids with talent that to take it to this next level, I can appreciate the effort. Take it to the next level of actually giving them more of a structure to work with, plus an education. It's an academy system, I guess, all bar name. And they're obviously loving the occasion here tonight. Oh, that's gone. That's gone almost too far. It's still in the same postcode just. It's still in the stadium just. It's worth 20,000 rupees. It's worth 6 as well.
Well, it should be a lot more worth than that. That sounded absolutely sweet of the bat. Short in length. Rides bounced really well, making well use of his height and gives it an absolute crack. And that'll get the crowd going for sure. Yeah, Brook continuing where he's left off. 14 now of this over. 1 to go. He's raced to 21 as well.
You know, when I go back home at the end of every PSL match here, I see little kids walking with their mums and dads, and their smile on the face is priceless. That's why this HBL PSL has been so special. Walking out of the stadium, all happy-tappy, no problems, thoroughly enjoying the night out. A massive crowd in. I mean, that is so good to look at.
Oh, that's gone straight and far again. This is supreme batting. It's the 50 partnership. It's 133 for 4. Well, it's always a fantastic sign for any player, whether you've got a young man like Harry Brook or at the opposite end, an experienced player like Mohammad Hafiz. To enjoy the situation, to enjoy the atmosphere, to enjoy the challenge, and it seems at this stage hit 6s at will.
Well, it's 20 of that last over, and what he does really well is those commanding 2 6s, one way over mid-wicket and then one straight. And I just feel where we thought there where Lahore was just falling behind a little bit, Brook has come into the party and he's absolutely unfazed. It's a big occasion, it's the big final, and this partnership is raced away. 54 now with 3 overs left to go, and they'll be eyeing somewhere around the 160, 170 mark now.
Well, it might have been a poor start, but shots like this are starting to redress the balance for Lahore Qalandars. Brilliant timing, brilliant technique, brilliant stroke making, and great distance, 98 metres, just like that. And the dynamics are changing. So someone for Multan Sultans, it might be Dahani, needs to try and peg it back. Well, that was straight and leg stumpish, but it's flicked away. Just that little bit too full, just that little bit too leg side. Almost as if Mohammad Hafiz had anticipated.
Yeah, a lovely piece of batting, because once again he knew exactly what was on offer here. Covered the stumps, went towards the offside, and just a mere flick. Great thinking. It's TikTok Super 4, and thank God for that.
You've not lost it. All this office work, you've not lost it. Gone this time. Clever the ball before, tries to get it through the offside this time, but this time is cue the celebrations for Shahnawaz Dahani. Have we seen these before? Yes. Do we mind seeing them again? Oh no.
So I mean, he loses what, about 150 calories every time he picks up a wicket. That's why he's so fit. the bat just twisting just a little bit in his hand. It was a J-dot fast delivery as well, over 140 clicks. That's great stuff.
And a throwback to that attempt the other day by Aleem Dar to stop the celebration, to stop Dahani in mid-flow of the celebrations. They're loving it. Hafiz is gone. Brilliant 69 from 46. But more trouble for Qalandars. 137 for 5. Right, 2 balls in to the 18th over, 137 for 5. Mohamed Hafiz has gone for 69. Harry Brook is still there, 27 from 14. The man who changed the game just the other night, David Wiese, makes his way out to the crease. And if he can do anything similar again, that puts Qalandars into a stronger position, that is for sure. Dahani. Full and straight, just pushed away onto the offside for 1. 1 off the mark.
Yeah, Hafiz, extraordinary knock here, but he just didn't quite get the elevation, didn't get under the ball to hit it up and over Shan Masood, and you can't really keep Shan out of the game tonight. A well played knock in the end. And have a look at that, that's absolutely brilliant. Off you go, sir. And off he went. Loves his energy, we absolutely love watching this, don't we?
Taking permission from Aleem Dar. That's the first for me. Can I, sir? Circle the ground. 80 meters celebration gig begins.
Ooh, trying very early in this piece here to manipulate the ball. Risky. Harry Brook needs to stay there. These two need to stay there.
Yes, absolutely right. This is a critical period of the game. 7.81 is a run rate. They'd ideally want this to jump to 8.81, and Wiese is needed.
Well, they're both needed. And if you want to do stuff like that, I would say leave it another over, or just get yourself some more time. He's got the skills. Harry Brook, I mean, they've both got the skills to hit boundaries without having to take the ultimate risk. Opens the face, just the one. I was just thinking, Ramiz, as well, we've got this huge weekend with the HBL PSL final and the arrival of Australia, which has to be a momentous moment for Pakistan cricket.
Yes, indeed. I hope they will, and I hope that we have a great series. I hope that Pakistan are competitive against a top quality Australian side. It'll feel different for Pakistan as well, because it's after a very long time that they'd be playing against a quality side, and the action begins on 4th March.
But at least they'll be doing it at home with home support. Was timed. Didn't get the flow through extra cover he was hoping for. 140 for 5. Yes, talking of that tour, these are the dates for Australia. 4th of March, Rawalpindi, the start of that test match. 2nd test in Karachi, 12th. 3rd test back here in Lahore on the 21st, plus the 3 ODIs and that T20, all of those in Pindi as well. It will be fascinating to see how that goes. Australia, of course, I hate to say it, were rather good just a couple of months ago against England on home turf. And I suspect the pitches will be a bit different. Conditions, the whole thing would be very different for them.
Yes, absolutely. It's about adjustment, isn't it? And because of COVID life and bubble life, you don't get a lot of time to acclimatize. But we want this to be a competitive series. We want Pakistan to be tested. I'm sure they'll be tested.
Two overs left then. And the Sultans, Rizwan making his final decisions as to who bowls these last 2 overs of the innings. David Willey gets over number 19. 1 for 20 from his 3 overs before, so he's already done a pretty good job of it. Just needs to finish off now. Well, that's the first ball disappearing straight down the ground for 6 more.
That's a beauty. That really is well struck. He's such a powerful hitter. And the base is strong when he's hitting or drilling the ball down the ground. The Lahoris are happy. It's basically a nothing ball, really. He's trying to vary the pace, but got the length really to muscle it. Osaka Bedridge power hit.
Yeah, clears the ropes by a very, very comfortable distance. Just a shrug from David Willey as he realises what he's done. Always puts so much pressure on the bowler if the first ball disappears either across or over the boundary. A little shorter, not so well timed, not so well struck. Don't go for 2. That's my advice from here. Now, it's the end of HBL PSL 7. Very good news for Daniel Sajjad Abbasi. He is the winner of the house in the Parkview City contest. Very bad news for me. I'm going to have to come back and try again. Or just buy one. That could work, I suppose. But congratulations to him. And thank you very much indeed. Congratulations to Parkview City for their interest. That's launched straight. That's going to go for 6 as well. This is carnage of the right sort for Qalandars, of the wrong sort for Sultans.
It hasn't really been the best of bowling here from Willey. They've been in the slot as the Go Lutlow bank meter goes up with another 20,000 rupees for that 6. And both Wisa and Brook have done this really well. Hang back deep in the crease and pick up length very quickly. And the best place to hit them is straight, and they've hit them a very long mile behind. 96 meters that hit, and the crowd, look at the crowd in the background.
Got to hurry through, got to hurry through, got to make sure there's no overthrows.
Should have allowed it to hit the stumps. There were 2 men backing. They need a direct hit. They need something extraordinary in the fielding department. A loopy throw, that would have been out had that hit the stumps directly.
Yeah, it looked like he lobbed it back to Willey in anticipation that Willey will probably take the ball and hit the stumps, but I reckon he should have just directly thrown it.
It's gone up, but it hasn't got the distance. In fact, it's good news because it's got so little distance, it doesn't even reach Shahnawaz Dahani. Hearts in mouths there for all Qalandars supporters.
Yeah, a couple of big overs here, 20 off the previous one. On top of the bat, and like you said, David, lucky for him not to time that completely. He would have gone down square legs throat. It's another big over here, 16 off with 1 to go. Much needed for Lahore.
Well, yeah, these last 2 or 3 overs have been very productive. Oh my word, oh my word, that has gone several rows back. It goes further and further every time as that counter goes up. 162 for 5.
This is sensational hitting again. Once again from David Wisa. Back-to-back big overs, 20, followed by this one, 22 of Willey's over. The 2 skyscrapers there towards the back end after a bit of a wobble after the power play. much needed here for Lahore, and they've got 1 over to go. Surely that 175 is on the mark now.
Yeah, 162 for 5, 6 balls left. This depth of batting, this magnificence of striking gives that man more cause for hope tonight that he might just be lifting the trophy. Right, the last 24 balls have seen 59 runs added. That trophy glittering in the background. Another hour or two before we find out who's going to be holding it aloft at the end of the night, and another over before we find out what the target is going to be for Multan Sultans. 162 for 5, 6 balls left. Harry Brook on strike. That's clever. That's what he's trying to do before. This is the time to take those risks. Nothing much wrong that Shahnawaz Dahani did there, but everything right from Harry Brook.
I mean, you've got to be amazed at the game awareness where the fielders are positioned. So there's long on and long off. Blocked. He goes for this ramp shot and connects it so well. And it's got to put Dahani off his mark. Now he'll be thinking what to do next.
Well, what they're doing next, what slightly disconsolate looking Mohammad Rizwan has done actually is send the long leg back. So taking out the effectiveness of the ramp, but it opens up an opportunity somewhere else by definition. So the boundary that's not protected now is the third man. So I'd probably recommend not short and wide.
That's where he likes to go, Brook. So interesting one. Interesting where he bowls is Dahani.
Well, Harry Brook has tried to manoeuvre it to that side of the ground. There are 4 men who have to be on the edge of the circle. So either you get it through, which is what he was trying to do, or over. And then that entire offside boundary from long off all the way through extra cover, deep point third man is unprotected. But these shots, these sixes, have just kept coming in the last 2 overs. 143, another J-Dot fast delivery. Just see how far Brook has to go to try and find himself some space. Oh, he's trying to go over third man, misses it. Oh, the throw misses too.
I think that's a better option for Lahore Qalandars to have Visa on strike, because he'll have different avenues in his mind rather than the ramp shot. He's a big hitter down the ground and he'll take on the long on or the long on fence. Yeah, that was the second time that he wanted to play that cute shot.
Well, just considering the height. Now, is that... You've got to say he's got to be standing up for waist height. The judgment as to whether it's above waist height. He's got his knees bent, so he's crouched low anyway. And they've decided no, it was just good enough. So yes, David Visa on strike. 3 balls left in the over, 167 for 5. Looks around to see where those gaps are. Long leg has come back up again. Has that got the legs? Oh yes, that's got the legs.
You see, wanted a Yorker, obviously. Wanted a perfect ball, and I don't know whether that little chat with Dahani by Rizwan will worsen things. He needs to be absolutely clear-headed when he's bowling to Visa, and in the slot and went bang over long off. What a strike. Magnificent stuff.
Yeah, Brighto stain-free drive. Those long levers coming into good effect. He was brilliant in the end of the previous game as well, and he's middled every one of the single deliveries of the 6 that he's placed. 21. And he's still got 2 more deliveries. Where can they end up, Lahore, now?
There's some good strike rates out there at the moment. The last 28 balls, 4 4s, 6 6s. You've got to think now, Shahnawaz, you've got to think. That's gone from the top edge, one bounce four. That's the danger. You try and change the length, you try and stop the big shot down the ground. It opens up other opportunities.
I see a lot of passion in this partnership. Whenever they've tried to hit the ball, it has meant a lot to both these strikers. Clearing the front leg, shorter length, went over the keeper's head in the safe area for four, so it's more frustration for Multan Sultans. This is obviously the big final, so I think to get 180 to win is going to be tough for Multan Sultans, even though they are or have been the best side.
Couldn't agree more. Pressure is on, one ball left. Up it goes, it's over extra cover, not quite out of the middle of the bat this time. Dragged down inside the boundary oaks. Well, what a spectacular last 5 overs that has been. 77 runs in those last 5. Second highest ever by Lahore Qalandars in the last 5 overs in the entire history of HBL PSL. And it has propelled them from a position of weakness to a position of very, very strong competitiveness.
Well, Shaheen Shah Afridi will be tremendously happy because he won the toss, chose to bat, and they had a bit of a wobble in the middle. But those men in the middle, 43 runs, the partnership just of the 16 deliveries, have propelled them to 180. And in a final, in a big final, this HBL PSL 7 runs on the board.
Well, time to consider what's been, time to plan what will come for Multan Sultans. It's a tough chase ahead. Now, 41 runs off 22 balls for a fellow called Harry Brook. He's with Erin right now.
And he is clearly going to be key. Here come the men in black. Baz, your thoughts?
Well, Qalandars stopped and started in that innings, and suddenly at the back end, because of those power hits and because of what Hafiz, Brook and Visa, they've got a very decent total. It's a final, you've got runs on the board, 180 in any sort of game is competitive, but add to the fact that it's a final. And pressure on these two guys right here, right now, the openers coming in, because if Shaheen Shah Afridi gets it right and there's an early breakthrough, then there'll be problems for Multan Sultans.
Mohammad Rizwan, 532 runs, an average of 76 to the strike rate of 123. Shah Masood, 459 runs. They've scored a truckload, those two. Average partnership is just around the 60 mark. That's how well they've played. Has been quite remarkable.
Shah Masood, what a season he's had. But right now, it's the finale, the big stage. And his team needs him out there, along with the captain Mohammad Rizwan, always busy at the crease, taking challenge back to the opposition. If he gets going, then maybe Multan Sultan would like to cruise chasing this total, but they need not to look at the big digits, the 3 digits on the board. They have to come up with a plan in phases. First up, try to take that power play out of occasion.
Shaheen Shah Afridi, now 7 times throughout this HBL PSL, he has struck in his first spell. That means he's taken 1 or 2 wickets, or more perhaps, in his first spell. 7 times, that's quite remarkable. And of course, if he does that in this one, it means he's going to break this partnership, which is going to be a huge, huge fill-up for the Lahore Qalandars. 180 is a pretty good target. Here we go. Here's the chase. Shah Masood is going to be facing the first delivery. They do have a slip in position as well. He's going to be bowling quick. A little bit leg side. Shy at the bowler's end. Backed up nicely. No overthrows.
One thing is for sure, Masood and Rizwan will be very quick on their feet. Always looking to grab those singles, converting doubles. They need that, especially if they want to chase this total down. Lahore is a decent bowling side. They will not allow anything easy on the plate.
Multan on average have lost less than 5 wickets per innings over the HBL PSL. 49 wickets in 11 matches. That's all they've lost. So if they happen to lose more than that today, then there's going to be a few blokes down the bottom who haven't batted very much at all. However, you've got to get to that stage. Here's the heartbeat on strike. A little bit of swing down the leg side. Exercise for Qalandars.
It's the battle of the final. Captain versus captain. Shaheen Shah Afridi versus Rizwan with the new ball. Just been informed that Mohammad Rizwan has just been bowled out by Shaheen Shah Afridi twice throughout the HBL PSL 7.
Dafa HBL PSL facts. Shaheen Afridi is most wickets, 22 at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, and HBL PSL. It's charging in. Oh, it's a beautiful delivery. Mohammad Rizwan knew that was coming, and I bet he's got a bit of a smile on his face after that delivery as well. The bowler will have.
That is awesome bowling. That swing back in, but that's awesome batting as well. To be able to have the skill to just get bat on that. Most players at the start of the innings don't get their balance right, and with that little dip at the very end, it's almost impossible to get bat on.
141 k's per hour, the flamethrower on target. What an extraordinary delivery. I mean, how's that ability to be able to bowl that?
And the battle here is that he's only got Rizwan out twice in the history of HBL PSL. So if he gets him here, it'll be a huge boost. Massive.
Beautifully bowled. Aggressive from Afridi.
It's important for Shan and Rizwan to be calculated. Shaheen Shah Afridi always on target, asking those right questions, testing your skill. Have a look at that again. Good length, good line, just trying to cramp Rizwan for that room. Loud and clear, Rizwan.
Oh, it's full, it's hit the pad, it's outside the line leg stump. Afridi like that, but it's a little bit difficult, and you follow through to judge it perfectly, and he's got some advice to say, don't go upstairs. We'll chat to Mohammad Rizwan.
Shaheen Shah Afridi hunting for that LBW. Nothing shape on it, but yes, just whirling down the leg side. Voila.
This tournament just goes along at its own racy pulse all the time. That's what's different about the HBL PSL. It's always racing, always. How important is this start? How important is this over? 2 balls left in it. Oh, that swung. Now, has that been put down?
.144 clicks that. Shaheen Shah Afridi really steaming in and getting the ball to top. To the left-hander, the ball just swings away. J-Dot pass delivery. Is there an edge on that? Is that a big chance grasped? Bat did hit the ground.
Yeah, definitely bat on ground. I wonder if there was some connection as well. He wasn't sure either. Some good swing. I tend to think maybe no connection, but we'll investigate. We'll get the forensics out. That's a fine delivery also. The last ball. Fiery stuff from Afridi first up. 4 for none.
Just 4 coming off that first over. Shaheen Shah Afridi again with the fuller length, getting some shape, asking the questions. It's a long task for Multan Sultan. They need a good power play and good partnership up front.
Right, let's get the forensics on this. Was there a nick? Oh, I think there was a nick. There's certainly a scrape of the bat on the ground. Was there a nick before? I don't know if I can see a shadow. I think I can, actually. Maybe there's a bit of a shadow. I think there's a nick there. I'm giving that as a nick. Zishan in the... I must admit I was a little concerned when Phil Salt took. I thought he kept beautifully in the last game. I reckon there's a nick there. There's two noises. One sharp noise and one dull noise. Two noises. Bat on the ground and also a nick and dropped. And there's four.
That's a really good shot. He's just placed it on the leg side, but he's very conscious of saving that front pad. So bat in front of the pad and the timing there. Remember, in that last game these two sides met, Hafiz got him out first delivery. Hit him on the pad.
I don't want to harp on it at all, but I'm going to. Phil Salt's keeping was outstanding last game, and he's one of those guys who can get runs. I just don't understand why he wasn't picked, I must admit. I just think he's a fine player. I've seen him bat very well before, and he's a wonderful, wonderful keeper, and you cannot afford to drop Shah Masood. And that's just happened.
Nishan Ashraf wasn't that good in National T20 as well, had few scares. And again, coming into the final, the big game right away. Didn't have much going with the bat, and now with gloves on.
Just a slight delay there from Hafiz, single.
It's of the over so far. Keeping things quiet. Or would be looking to get a breakthrough early as possible.
It's pretty intense out there right now. Everyone's locked in. Oh, advancing. Getting a bottom edge onto the foot. Wasn't there.
He certainly wants to get on top of Hafiz straight away. Quite a fan of the match. Follow Brighter Sports on Facebook and Instagram and win exciting prizes.
Opening the blade, that's a nice shot. Should be able to come back for two. Do that quite comfortably. It's good batting from Shah Masood.
That's good cricket from both Shan and Rizwan. They know that they're not up and running for the boundaries, but what they can do is rotate the strike every now and then. Pretty good at it. Just building that pressure.
Ralph does nicely, just the single. 9 off the over, 13 for none.
Spinners doing their role when Multan Sultan were bowling. Now Lahore Qalandars with the same sort of plan against Multan Sultan. But they're really good. Both Rizwan and Shah Masood sticking things off. Probably looking to get every odd boundary. They need that. They need a solid foundation, a good power play, and then maybe screws along to chase it down.
We're back at it now with a Freedy. Down the leg side. Qalandars again. Let's just know that's a wide.
Yeah, cranked it up first over. He was pretty sharp. And add to that, there was a little bit of curve on the ball as well. So, all in all, it's an over you watch. He's terrific in that first over in any T20 game.
Now this will be his last over in this spell. 2 at the top and 2 at the back. That's always his plan. So they'll be thinking, these two batsmen, Rizwan and Masood, that they don't want to get him too excited. Eases that away. That's a strong punch on the onside. They'll come back comfortably for 2. That's well played.
Good wise cricket from Shan and Rizwan. They know that Shaheen Shah Afridi is the strike bowler. Just see him off, and then they can go and attack the other ones.
Just to remind you again of the winners. The TikTok fans play of the match. Winner is Waleed Bhatti, Wajid Iqbal and Ramzan Ali. Waleed Bhatti is here. That was his prize. All expenses paid trip to the final. So I hope he's, well, I have no doubt he's having a time of his life. It's nicely bowled and nicely played. Shy at the stumps. Might be an overthrow. In fact, it might be more than a overthrow. It might be a lot more. It is a lot more. What's Mohammad Rizwan doing here? Just making sure that... oh no, it's Masood. Just making sure that Afridi's okay because it came off his hand.
Yeah, the throw. And it's hit the bat. It's hit Shan Masood's bat and it's just deflected away to the fence. We've seen this in another final. Plenty of people have seen that before as well.
When?
Can't really pinpoint when.
I can't remember.
You don't remember. But that's why the apology.
Yeah, I flicked the fingers actually. And didn't break his hand then, thank goodness, because the ground's not going to give too much, but it hit the bat. Flicked his fingers and hit the back of the bat and went off a boundary. 5 off. That's fine, and that's 4 more.
That's good from Rizwan. Just using the pace, being able to maneuver it past would have been second slip, so it's always going to go to the fence. This is clever batting. Pace on and work with by Rizwan. Just opening the face, runs it down. Classy white ball cricket.
Shaheen will always target this length and line, just outside off stump. Staying leg side. All he does is guide it. And with pace, Shaheen has no problems there. It ran down.
I'll tell you what, there are times I think in the game of cricket you've actually just got to sit back and admire someone's ability. Yes, certainly Afridi with the big Yorker he bowled earlier to Rizwan, but that shot from Rizwan was just exceptional. So that's 140 k's per hour plus, and he just opened the blade a fraction and ran it off the face. That's serious skill. He cracks that one. And that's gone for 4. That's a very good shot. Not out of the middle, but he's going to bank a boundary. Back to back.
Afridi is ticking and they'll just make him tick some more because this is smashed through the offside. The 5 off the bat, the overthrow went for 4, then a boundary third man, and this a quality cover drive. He just needs to rein it back, does Shaheen Shah Afridi, because that little aggressive nature has made him overpitch this time outside off.
147.4 clicks, and Rizwan made it look so effortless, like it was nothing. Exceptional shot from him.
Blink of an eye. .16 off the over, 2 balls to go. Changes angle, chops that away, straight to Samit Patel. No run. Oh, we got the J. Super over as well. Let's have a look at the second ball. Yeah, it's off on the second ball. They just take one just to get their eye in, and the second ball hits the stumps, and then they take the prize. Well done, sir. Youngster walks away with a bag of tricks. Last ball now of over number 3. This has been a beauty. Absolute beauty for the Multan Sultans. And he keeps that out. Shies of the stumps. What's Rizwan's response? Big smile. Afridi's got a bit of a sense of humour failure, I think. He's got steam coming out of his ears. He's not happy about something, that's for sure. Straight to the umpire. Might have been the one off the bat, I wonder.
He's talking about the wide. The first ball, he thinks the first ball, the short ball, shouldn't have been going wide. And after that, it's just gone downhill with that throw, hitting the bat and going to the fence, and it's just been ticking after that throughout the over, and he's still charging around. He needs to calm down. This is the final.
29 for none. I thought that one down the leg side was, I thought the call was right. But I'm sure we'll have another look at it. He's not happy, that's for sure. Then, of course, he had the boundary off the back of the bat, basically, from Shah Masood, which is shy of the stumps. Hafiz slamming that down the ground for one. It's full on here at Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore.
What else do you expect? And then you have Rizwan on the other end who's sort of blowing kisses and telling him to hug him. He's not having that at all.
That was a big smile, and he said that's exactly what he was trying to say, but no, stormed away. Oh, and he's got that away back of the square. That's gone for another boundary. He's on a big roll now. Multan Sultans are doing beautifully.
Big contrast here. Shaheen Shah Afridi, he's got the emotions ahead of him. Whereas captain of Multan Sultans, well, he's playing beautifully. He's just got everything under control. Just eases it through the offside. Doesn't try and hit it too hard. But that shows that he's under control. He's in that zone. And he's a beautiful boundary.
He's got to get hold of his emotions. He's captain. He's got lots of work to do, of course. Shaheen Shah Afridi, he's done for his spell at the moment. He'll come back at the end. Mohammad Hafiz continues. His first over was on the expensive side. Right, let's just get a little bit of a look at that, the wide that he wasn't happy with. This was the delivery going down the leg side. Yep, that's a wide. Shy of the stumps.
Rizwan is so quick on his feet. Just a forward press, and then he comes quickly on the back foot. It was a eccentric drive through the covers for four, and now this time again trying to manipulate the field, waiting for the ball, picking the length early.
If you just watch these two batsmen closely, they've got quite extraordinary communication. Just a bit of a nod and a wink, and everyone knows what's going on between those guys in blue and green. A lot of eye contact, a couple of hand signals.
They almost run every ball, so they don't really have to have a signal. Just hit the ball and run.
Bowled him! That's a big wicket. Hafiz is off now. There he goes. Catch him if you can. That is huge. Mohammad Rizwan is a wonderful, wonderful player, and he's now gone.
So often we have seen this. Rizwan is taking a step outside off stump, trying to sweep it, and then getting beaten up. This time Mohammad Hafiz right on the target, just getting onto it. Giving some air, but too close to sweep. And he's been beaten around the legs. Big wicket for Lahore Qalandars. The captain of Multan Sultan has to take the walk. And yes, he's off. He knows the importance of this wicket.
Wow. So that's broken a stand. Goes for 14. Multan 36 for 1. Azmat played well in the last game, 33 off 22 balls. Played some lovely drives. So he's going to be an important wicket also. He and Sham Masood, if they get going a bit. It's good work at the moment from Lahore Qalandars with that wicket.
Unnecessary. 7 runs were already there. Again, just missing the line and the flight. It was too full. Could have been an easy stop. Yep. Disappointment there. But well, it's done now. Professor, he knows he got his man.
He's having some fun with Hafiz. Now it's up to Haris Rauf to crank it up. They needed that wicket. Just the fact that Rizwan was controlling things out there. But now that immense opening partnership has been broken. So somebody else now needs to step up.
And here comes Rocket Man. He's not going to take long before he hits close to 150. 155 k's per hour. He bowled 1 ball in the last game. Oh, it's through the hands. So difficult to take those catches. They either stick or they don't.
It's all happening after the first wicket gone down. Quick, just playing it a bit early. Through the hands, it's never easy. Ah, he was nowhere near it. Would have been a ripper.
Just want to quickly say thanks to all the participants of the Baizi contest and the Osaka Power Run. Hope you enjoyed the cardio and had some fun. You can actually watch your Power Run videos on Osaka's official Facebook page and YouTube channel. Bang on target. Worked away though nicely with plenty of time. Azmat's away.
Yeah, I like this lad. He's tall, technical, calculated. Played a brilliant innings the other day. Classic batter to watch, but now it's the pressure time. Don't have much time. Required run rate 9.06. Still in hand, but they need to keep going.
Yeah, they've done well getting the rate so far up at 9, but they still need to go at 9, so they're doing okay. Short delivery. Oh, wide called. Wide called by square leg, and that's transferred to Alim Dar.
Lahore is going to test Multan Sultans batters. Serious pace. Haris Rauf. And don't forget his slow ones. Can stake that pace off so effortlessly, making difficult for batters. And it is a bit slower surface tonight.
I think this is going to be an extraordinary final, I really do. If I was you, I wouldn't be going too far away from your television sets, your plasmas, what do you call them these days? Phones, LCDs, whatever you got, don't go far. Straight to the covers.
Lahore lost 3 in the power play, but still managed at the back end to get so many runs. Last 5 overs going for 77. The Multan Sultans, well, they need to be aware of that and build towards.
It's hit the bat quite hard. Didn't shy at the stumps though, Samit Patel. Now, we've been having the Parkview City Winner House contest. It's a very popular campaign, and we do have a winner. Danielle Sajid Abbasi, congratulations to you in winning a dream house in the Parkview City, at Parkview City. What an extraordinary prize that is. Congratulations, Danielle. Magnificent work. That is a magnificent prize. A dream house at Parkview City. Wow. Sensational. 2 balls left. It's a life-changing prize.
Decent over so far from Haris Rauf. Azmat and Shan Masood need to keep ticking that scoreboard. Really decent batters, but yes, the pressure will come. Lahore will not allow anything easy for them.
It gets close, this crowd, well, I'm going to say when it gets close. And that's what I think it's going to be. Look at her. This crowd is going to be screaming. They're going to be most of them behind Lahore. It is going to be some sight. Oh, he wants one, direct hit. It's gone. That is gone. Hesitated in the middle, started just a couple of steps to get back. In the meantime, Farker threw the stumps down. Gone.
And he's done really well in giving himself time. The opportunity was there, but he made sure he'd taken aim and taken balance and then hit the stumps. Huge wicket. He wanted the single straight away to Shan Masood. He's gone. And once Fakhar Zaman has picked it up, he's just balanced himself so that he can aim and hit the stumps, and he knew if he hits the stumps, there's no chance for Shan Masood. Lahore is off, Qalandars are off. They've got the openers out. Shan Masood now out for 19, 41 for 2.
The drama of a final. And we've got Riley Rousseau, who had a very good outing the last time these two sides met. Pressure, think there's a single, no, gets sent back, anchors on, guess who? Fakhar Zaman. Dead eye. And they got 180. Talk about hitting the bullseye. What a cracker. And they can't catch you. Time for a bit of Summit Patel now. First time into the final. Wakar.
Yeah, we're still in the power play. And that was amazing. Shan Masood thought that he was running with Rizwan. Rizwan normally runs. The new partner, a man who has hardly played with him, just gave it up early. And that's a big wicket, David.
Huge. You lose Rizwan first, you want to keep Masood. You lose the two of them, pressure goes on down the order. I mean, yes, there's still a long batting lineup to come. And yes, we saw how Qalandars got out of trouble as well. So the lessons in here, it's still very, very competitive, but first couple of overs went well, looked like a great start, very positive start. Suddenly you're on the back foot again if you're Multan Sultans.
I just mentioned Rousseau in that outing. That was on last Wednesday, the 23rd. And Rousseau, who wants to hustle, and he'll have to. I think a direct hit on the poles again, and Rousseau could have kept running. Check this out.
Well, they're definitely on. Qalandars, this would have been gone, long gone. Well, they got to be very, very careful, Multan Sultan. They lose one more wicket here, they're going to be far behind then. They've got to build a partnership. Don't worry about the run rate at the moment. Just bat through a few overs and see how it goes afterward, like Qalandars did.
Yeah, that's right, they were 3 down. Good stuff, Sammy. They were 3 down inside the power play. So, as we mentioned then too, it's not impossible, but it does make life very challenging. You lose 3 in the first 6. Yeah, I mentioned Rousseau at 65. He was 65 not out of 42 the last time these two sides locked horns. 7 fours and a 6. So, yeah, the script is written for you again, Riley. And a bit of Azmat. Inside out, it's a thick edge, gets away with it inside the first 6 overs. Skipper, all 6'5" of him. Great fielding, great passion. With that 6, Multan 45 for 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shaheen Shah Afridi is as fired up as you will ever see him, I suspect. We saw the emotions coming out early when he was bowling. Now, if he keeps the energy and keeps the passion and keeps his head, which is the most important thing to keep as captain in these circumstances, then who knows what he will do to lead Qalandars to the title. But he is wound up. He is a coiled spring. He is animated as you'll ever see him. Safe to say he wants to win this.
Well, he's a kind of personality who will give everything. Power play is done. 45 for 2. Required run rate just under 10. Mohammad Hafiz picked up Rizwan, and watch that field. You can't ask for more from this man.
Perfectly landed on the padded boundary cushion. Couldn't have got it positioned better. So it's a 9.5 with the dive and the roll from the skipper. Well done, son. I mentioned Rousseau, but also not forgetting the man at the other end, and Azmat. And in terms of 33 from 22, Amar Azmat that is, so these two men, you'd think, hold a bit of a key here for those in blue and green.
I like the way Shaheen is bringing his inner fielder really close to the bat. They're asking them to take risky singles. I don't think Lahore Qalandars would mind this.
Not at all. I think it's brilliant. I think this should happen more often. And also the other thing that happened just then, someone actually didn't throw it because there was no run out on. Kept the ball in the hand, no overthrows, no nothing. So there's a lot of good thinking going on here at the moment.
It's a very talented right-hander on strike. Who wants it? Go, taken! Is it Fakazzaman again? You can't keep him out of the game. He has taken some speckies in season 7 here.
That was an outstanding catch. I know it's in the air for a long time, but it can get really difficult when you have so much crowd, so much pressure. Top edge, the ball was spinning up in the air, and it stayed in the air for a long time. Look at that catch. Wow, that is outstanding. Jubilee safe hands. Fakazzaman once again. Amar Azmat gone for 6. It's 46 for 3 now.
So puts Rousseau under a little bit more pressure with the demise of Azmat. Now you've got another $1 million man at the other end. Tim David, he's waiting in the wings. You've got Asif Asif Afridi's come in ahead of him, so there's still plenty to come when you look at this lineup of Multan. Extraordinary. 47 for 3.
Well, someone has to play seriously well from here in. There is Tim David, who's just recovered from a short bout of COVID, you know the feeling? But someone has to play seriously well. That run rate's already up to over 10s. And this is only over number 7. Over number 8's about to start. So someone has to push the score along, and someone has to stay there. Losing wickets, losing 3 in the first 7, not good in the chase.
Yeah, well, just looking at that, we had Tim David, but it may not even be him. You've got Kustal Shah, who's no slouch either. So they had that little bit of flexibility. Time for one of the emerging stars is Zaman Khan running away from us. Pace on. Oh! It is all happening here. Profa, what's happening, Hafiz?
Well, we've seen some brilliant catches in this game, and we've seen some easy one going down. This time it was Mohammad Hafiz. He was alert, he was there, it was straightforward. He just looked to snatch it rather than allowed the ball to come at him.
Just didn't seem to judge the pace. Talking of the brilliant catches, Fakhar Zaman here did ever so well, ever so well. Not just to take it, but to keep it.
It sounded good. So, yeah, and the other thing, gents, when you look at the comparisons at this juncture, Lahore were 46 for 3, so there's really nothing in it. And that catch just now put down by Hafiz could have been a big, big moment in this final. Would have been a bonus for sure, but you've got to take him.
Well, it goes back, reminds me of the catches that went down at the start of this Lahore leg. Lots of catches hit flat were misjudged.
Safe. It was definitely uncomfortable. Asif Afridi. It was definitely hit very, very hard, but it was straightforward. Modern day cricketers, they gulp these ones.
Yeah, real-time replay, so it gave you some understanding. And yeah, it was travelling, but it was a nice height for the reverse cup take. Will they rue this? The Qalandars. Change of pace, a change of outcome.
Yeah, out comes the 50. Yeah, the one thing that I'll remark on with the drop is that Mohammad Hafiz, it wasn't one of those ones where you sort of look around the place thinking, I never saw that. His head went down as if to say, I know I should have caught that.
Oh, again, good hustle here from the Qalandars. That was tight. Would have come upstairs, he might have just been home. And again, that all slinging action, just a hint of curve away from the outside edge.
Yeah, lovely bowling. Asif Afridi was little reluctant on coming onto the front foot. I think Zaman saw him in the previous delivery. That's why he just pitched it up nice and full. Feet didn't go nowhere.
And of course, we've also mentioned not so much of a dew factor of late. Oh, nailed him! Time to celebrate here at Gaddafi.
Well, sending off Asif Afridi up the order didn't work for Multan Sultan. Lahore is up once again. A little bit of issue problems for Multan Sultan. The crowd is behind Lahore. That's the 4th wicket. Watch that delivery. Pitched and just seemed a touch. Hit the off stump. What a beauty. youngster enjoying his time out there, and why not? Asif Afridi gone for 1, 50 for 4.
Now, a couple of big guns, the overseas stars for Multan in Rousseau and now Tim David in at number 6. Not mentioned what a great hitter of the cricket ball he is, but this is a beauty. Just goes away a little, Waka.
Yeah, it was off the wicket actually. Just a little bit, not much, and that's all you need sometime. You don't need that big swing. They want pitch middle stump, middle leg and hit off.
I'd say that's perfect. You know, standing up on behalf of the left-handers union. Yeah, I'm on my own here, on my own.
Sorry.
Just that little bit of movement, that's all you need. You need to overdo it, Bakar, do you?
Well, the Naya Pakistan Qawmi Sehat Card, the world's largest healthcare system. Every family, every citizen covered by 1 million rupees per annum health insurance. And this is, of course, usable for private and government hospital.
Tell you what, this wasn't that far away from a little cotton bowl, was it? Let's have a look. Up, up, oh no. Getting excited. Everyone's getting excited. Yeah, he can afford to just give it a little hang time here, Hafiz. In the box seat, those in the field, runs on the board in a final. And you can't help thinking that, yeah, that last sort of 40 runs, 50 runs, scored so quickly at the death, given that Visa and Brooks in a perfect platform to cut loose, and they did. Hustle, hustle. Don't mind the single.
Yeah, he's having a great time, Mohammad Hafiz. Batted superbly, 69 of 46 deliveries, and now picking up a couple of very, very important wickets. Only given away 21 runs into his 4th over.
Suddenly he's almost all done. 2 deliveries left for the Professor. At asking rate, just on the right, starting to climb. Kapalti. Oh, yeah. Light up the show, you better believe it. Not you. Players a tune, Sammy. Now, I feel better. Let's give that strike back to Rousseau. And 1 to go. Let's see if Rousseau can finish this strongly for Multan. Not a lot in it, except that wicket. Just that extra wicket, which now between these two sides can be the difference. Well done, Mohammad Hafiz. Finishes wonderful figures. 2 for 23 from 4, and Multan 55 for 4.
Well, excellent contributions, both with bat and ball for this man. And that's exactly what someone needs to do for Multan Sultans at the equivalent stage of the innings, because Mohammad Hafiz played good cricket, good shots, cool, calm, collected stuff from him with the bat. Equally so with the ball. But Multan needs someone not just to dig in and occupy the crease, but just keep this scoring rate ticking at the same time. That's what makes T20 potentially as hard as anything.
Here's player Sachun Sami. Patel, that is. Hello. Riley says, "You're kidding me, aren't you?" He's going, "Mr. Illingworth, please." Oh, there's 2 dots on the trot.
Yeah, especially when you're chasing, dot balls are gold. You know, the run rate start climbing very, very quickly, almost 12. Yeah, and smartly bowled, very, very smartly, a little slower. I guess he saw him just changing his guard. He slowed the delivery, and it was hard to hit then.
Just changing it up. Inside out over. And more a thick edge. And look at this race. We'll get a couple. That's all for Riley Rousseau. But the party, well, it's still simmering nicely.
Shaheen apni parwaz dikha. Show us how you fly, Shaheen.
He already has, already with one fielding effort, isn't he? Superb. Sorry, what was that, Lord Gower?
It was an aside. I don't need to share with the world. Something to do with flying off the handle.
Ramp 2, it's good.
No, he did fly off the handle earlier. But he's kept his emotions under control. Again, this has been a real struggle, this over for Multan Sultans. 58 for 4.
Required rate up to 12, so no wonder crowd is dancing. Lahore Qalandars, well, they've got a strong hold in this game. They're squeezing Multan Sultans. And after those 5 overs, the 5 overs at the very end of the innings with 77 runs scored, Multan Sultans have found it very difficult. Zaman, you have to re-bowl that reload. That's outside off. 2 wide. And you've still got power in the bank. You've got Riley Rousseau, you've got Tim David, you've got Khushdil. So this match is not over. We know how dangerous this man on screen has been. We know how dangerous that Multan Sultan's powerhouse in that middle order has been. But they need to find another level, because this is the final. Leg side, squeezed away, boundary.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. A good start to the over. Wide to begin with and straying down leg side, overcompensating. Easy boundary there for Riley. He's already had 1 chance dropped by Hafiz. And he'll want to make it count. Like you said, the all-important final. And we have quite a run chase. Now the run rate required 12.
That's what he's aiming for, just outside off, full enough, and 140 clicks.
Yeah, I just feel they need to take a leaf out of Hafiz's book, because when he came in, it is a bit of a tricky wicket. You need to get in. We'll talk about that later. It's time for Osaka power run contest. We thank everyone for participating in the Bazi and Power Run contest.
And thank you. Slow one. There is an inquiry of sorts, but they've just... Zaman wants it. Zaman wants it. Keeper says too high. Discussion. Will they go for it or not? 7, 6, 5. I don't think so.
Ramsey, BK. No, you got to save them up. I know they're 4 down, but another opportunity comes along and you want to have that in the bank up against Riley Rousseau for sure. And yes, you, Rouge, thank you. Tracksuit on, you're slick, weren't you? You won a prize? A bit of Osaka B.
Leg side. Has he nailed it? No, he hasn't. That is fantastic. Abdullah Shafiq, the catching from Lahore Qalandars.
The men in green, they have been absolute exceptional. Throughout this match, their fielding has been top-notch, and how about that for a catch? And it's the big wicket. He's already been dropped once. Abdullah Shafiq this time making absolutely certain. Not easy though at the boundary, had to run a long way across. But however, they will still go upstairs to have a look.
The umpire to director, we have an umpire review for a fair catch. On-field soft signal is out. It's a fair delivery. Best angle of your catch, please. Thank you. Yes, I'll have a sign on, please. I just want to double check where that is. Okay, yeah, just keep rolling all the way through, please. Okay, I'm ready for my decision on the big screen, please. My decision is out. Repeat, out.
Decision out. Abdullah Shafiq, what a catch he's taken yet again. Multan Sultans sink further. 63 for 5. Leg side, flicked away, boundary. It's all action.
Tim David has done actually really well to get his bat down in time and then still time it away into the vacant leg side area, tailing back in from Zaman Khan. He picks up a much needed boundary. There's plenty happening in the middle out there, and it's the hometown boys, the boys in green, who have a spring in their step. They've got Multan 67 for 5 now.
You two just need to calm down with that eye patch. Hey? Yeah.
Short wide, bang, offside, 4 more. Boundary to end the 11th. It's 71 for 5.
Ah, yes. Look at that. Wicket off a wide and 13. So do not count these two gentlemen out. Tall Tim David, and you've got a bit of Crystal Shah who's just come out to join him. You just never know. Yeah, the asking rate's just over a dozens. 110 from 54, not impossible.
The worm's touching, but remember those last 5 overs, 77 runs scored. And that means that it's 12.22 required from here on in for Multan Sultans to get over the line. Yeah, full house again, and it's been electric. It's full house, but the noise level is just blown off the roof.
Lots of rebuilding here from Multan. Rauf back into the attack now.
And as is the norm, the Hamare Heroes package. This is their last ball thumped away through the offside. The Hamare Heroes, Aqsa Ajmal, an industrial design graduate from NAS School of Art, Design and Architecture, made headlines by securing a slot amongst 6 global finalists for the prestigious Lexus Design Award. Discussion, no, Haris Rovska, go back.
Did like it though.
My name is Aqsa Ajmal. I'm the first Pakistani to be honored as the finalist for Lexus Design Award for my project Pursuit, a sewing machine exclusively designed for the visually impaired. I've also been awarded Benazir Bhutto Pride of Performance Award for my efforts.
He has earned the honor of being the first Pakistani to achieve the milestone with their novel project Pursuit, a sewing machine for the visually impaired.
My future plans are to commercialize Pursuit ताकि visually impaired लोग इसको इस्तेमाल करके इससे फ़ायदा हासिल कर सकें. This is not just a product for me, it's a lifelong goal to give back to the society by creating more products that can help build a better tomorrow.
It's designed specially for people with lower economic background to operate it without hassle, and also for the visually impaired, so it's an awesome project.
मेरा मैसेज पाकिस्तान की आवाम के लिए है कि ये हमारी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है टू फाइट अगेंस्ट ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन और हम ऑल इंक्लूसिव सोसाइटी बनाने में अपना किरदार अदा करें.
Important for us Pakistani socially to integrate everybody and be all inclusive as a society, and she's done her job. She's done it brilliantly. Just the one, so the 5 deliveries, and he's bowling at what, in excess of 145. It's just gone for 1.
It has been really good. A lot of sweet chin music, bouncing the few ones in short, which hasn't done any damage. Difficult to get the ball away at that pace. Having said that, it does fly off when you do have a swing at that, but this has been an interesting contest. 1 to go, just 1 off, and that's what they're all playing for. Beautiful silverware. Who's taking it home tonight?
Worked into leg, just a single. That is a terrific 12th over, just 2 off. 73 for 5.
Yeah, extraordinary in terms of his length and his angle of coming round. Haris Ralph, that is. And as you say, Bezakana, some really good pace. And then back over the wicket. It has meant the asking rate is now 13.5 for the Sultans.
Only really you can bat really well and hit the long ball, and then you're struggling with Multan Sultans 5 down, so you think that Khushdil, Tim David and Willie have to get them through. It's more than 100 runs, 108 runs they have to get through.
And I think Visa and Brook at the end, what they did is probably the fine margin between the two teams at the moment. So many times do we see a good knock towards the end ends up becoming the difference. Not easy when you're chasing in a final.
Full toss, hasn't timed it, just the one. That's the single. I like the way you say fine margin. It was 5 overs of power hitting, 77 scored. If that's fine, I don't know if the big margin's what.
Well, I say fine margins because of the 2 men in the middle. That looks all right. That looks absolutely all right. And I reckon that looks all right as well. He's a tall lad. Now, why I say fine margins is, Baz, because they've got Khushdil and Tim David who can return the favour to Lahore Qalandars. I know it's not easy when you're chasing. Yes, they've got 5 wickets down. But Multan have the right combination in the middle at the moment. So we'll have a look at the end. Maybe in the next half an hour. Was it fine? Was it just a big margin?
In the air, chipped away. He'll get away with that. He's been here every single day without fail. Pride of mascot. And he's surrounded today.
Hell of an outfit. I must say, in these climbs, Bazid Khan.
I reckon you're going to take that home on you.
I've already got one
it.
packed, deflated and in the other suitcase.
This is good. Again, back of a lane, lot of pace. There's no boundaries coming. And with Lahore Qalandars ahead of the game, there's also been a lot of decision making, and they've been together in that as well. Yeah, smiles all around. Yeah, just before that over, Hafiz, Fakhr coming in. Shaheen Shah Afridi was going to give it to Samit Patel, left arm spin. And at the end of that, they wanted Zaman Khan to bowl this over, who's all the way down to fine leg, and everybody signaled him to come in and bowl. So the decision, all those senior players coming around and thinking, well, want to close this game off, want to make sure the faster men get their job done and don't leak boundaries at all. You might have thought that Samit Patel, with that spin option, could have travelled.
Yeah, and I don't mind this in terms of killing it off. They want to kill off the final with young Zaman and co. You've got Ralph fizzing from one end. Now you've got it from both ends.
Yeah, what's really impressive is this man on screen. Yes, he's got thinkers like the professor around him. But what this does for his self-grooming as well is phenomenal. Because not only does he have to think about his own bowling, but making those smart decisions that we're talking about. And they've got this one spot on. It's been a good over, just 4 from it now.
And again, 2 off that last over, 4 of the first 5 deliveries. It's been all Qalandars. And slow into the pitch. It's been into the pitch. Every delivery for Khushdil Shah.
Check out the run rate.
TikTok stands player of the match. Winners Walid Bhatti, Wajid Iqbal and Ramzan Ali. Walid Bhatti today is watching this final in the ground. That is another superb over for Lahore Qalandars. Inside edge, rolls away, boundary after the timeout.
You're not in control there, Khushdil. Visa obviously not the quickest going around, but hits the good length area. Rolls his fingers over in the very first delivery. Very close to the timber behind. Lucky for Multan, he didn't chop that on.
No timing. He just hit back of a length. He's had a good couple of games, hasn't Visa?
Yeah, he's been one of the success stories for the Qalandars in season 7, no doubt. And the perfect time, as you rightly say, Aruj, to come on bag of tricks. It's Wiley, he's been around the scene for a long, long time, as David Visa.
Laura again, this time offside timing. smashed away to the fence.
Having said that, come on, Dave. He's just giving away a little bit of width here. Again, happy to take pace off, but not there.
Yeah, plays it late as well. No pace on, but he plays it late and times it really well.
So again, this time launches it leg side and big. He's hit it big, out of the ground.
Yeah, you can see what's going on here for Multan. They have targeted Visa here and said we're going to have to go. It's over 14 and it's over 14's required. So Kushtal and David really are going to have to ramp things up now.
Musaka power hit. 2 deliveries remaining. Leg side, he wants to strike. He's called for 2, but no, just a single. So even though this has been a brilliant over, they're still just up with the required rate. Well, Daniel Sajjad Abbasi, the winner of the house contest, Parkview City. It is a fantastic house, I reckon, and it's a game changer, isn't it? You want a prize, you want a house.
I think he's got a few more friends that are going to call him.
Housewarming party?
Hurrah!
Well, the end to the over is decent for Visa. 16 of that, it's 94 for 5.
Yeah, neck and neck. At the moment, Multan obviously the 1 wicket down at this stage. But it's the move on that was much required. 16 off that over from Visa. And they'll need a few more of those. 87 now of 36, the asking rate, 14 and a half. Kushtal and Tim David. They're obviously eyeing this. They want to lift this trophy a second time round now, Multan Sultan.
Equations really become tough, even for the power hitters. Especially when you're chasing in a big game. Well, the only thing is that there's only one way to go. Zaman Khan. Again, inside edge. We've seen so many of these. Now with Lahore Qalandars, they've got a pretty decent final 6 overs. Zaman Khan is 1 over. Then you've got a couple of overs for Shaheen Shah Afridi and a couple of overs for Haris Rauf. So only 1 over really. Maybe Visa, maybe Samit Patel. It's only 1 over that they might be fretting about. A shot, it's in the air, but he's got the, well, not the cap, it's just got a single.
Let's have a look at that mini bowling card there. Shaheen's got 2, Rauf's got 2, Samit's got 2. And they've done this really well, Lahore Qalandars. We saw Shaheen getting the bowling options with a little discussion slightly earlier on. The asking rate up to 15 now. It is one of the best bowling attacks in the tournament as well.
Another slow one, a terrific slow one. Just gets lucky that time. But there's not a lot of timing going on. It's inside edge, outside edge, upper half of the bat, no boundaries.
Yeah, once again it underlines. Big final, you get runs on the board. I think the obvious thing is too many runs in those last 5 overs. You mentioned it, Baz, 77. Way too many leaked, given the nature of the surface.
And again, this is defensive skills from Zaman Khan at its best. Slow ones, the pitched up deliveries, not allowing the batsman to get underneath.
Yeah, ahead of the game at this point as well, obviously batting first. They got a measure of how the surface was playing out. You see plenty of anxious faces in there. They're still very hopeful, as they should be. They are the defending champions, of course, but they've got a measure of this pitch, Lahore Qalandars, and they're using it to good effect into the wicket. Plenty of slow ones as well.
Drags it leg side. Still no boundary, so if you have an over right now without a boundary, that run rate is skyrocketing. You almost need every over to go for not one or two, maybe three boundaries and over. And it's just been singles in this over. Dancing in the air. The celebration is about to begin. You won't get out, Danny. You'll be here all night.
Oh, let's get another flight some other day then. I'm staying with you, Bears.
You'll have to.
Hurrah!
Change your bat, change your luck, because it's just simmering now. Lahore is up. They know that they're gonna. They think they're gonna cross that line, and they're simmering, and you can almost sense that once they cross that line, it's just going to go berserk.
And you have to appreciate the way Lahore Qalandars bowl, especially the man who's about to finish his spell here. He's been exceptional throughout the tournament. One of the finds for me, this young man, Zaman Khan. And he's been impressive tonight again. One to go.
Another brilliant delivery to close out his spell. That means after 15, it's 99 for 5.
Zaman Khan, 2 for 26 off his 4 overs, 9 dots as well. 82 in 30 balls, that's what they need now. I'm just going to remind you that Lahore scored 77 in the last 5. So there's a look at the work to be done. Shaheen Shah Afridi's got a couple, Haris Ralph's got a couple, and I'm presuming it's going to be David Visa. And they might be sweating on that David Visa over if they go well from here. What about the Worms? Okay, they're playing tag at the moment. They've been crossing a couple of times. They've just tailed off a fraction. Here we go. Haris Ralph. That's solid. That's very solid. What a good shot that is. Fine work off the first ball of the over.
Well, they're going to need a lot more from Tim David and Crystal Shah. The required run rate is creeping, but it was there to be hit. Deep in the crease, good solid base. One option to get that delivery. Oh, yeah.
And a good field change as well. Ghulam has been moved from that position because he's not the tallest, I'm afraid, and Shaheen Shah Afridi's put himself in that spot. Let's have a look and just get confirmation that it has hit the advertising cushion. Is it on the full or is it just bounced? A little hard for us to tell there. It might be on the full. That might be 6 runs, actually. I think it will be. So if that's 6 runs, that's a terrific start to the over. If it hits on the full at 6. Yeah, that's 6. That's 6 runs. And 6 is the call, right. So here we go. Here's a chance for a huge over. Afridi's going to be bowling with gas. Correction, Ralph is going to be bowling with gas. Let's pick that up using the pace again. Afridi's going to be thinking a little bit about this situation now. Righto poster of the day, Waka.
Yeah, hello. लाहौर की जीत का नजारा चाहती हूं, मेरी सादगी देख मैं क्या चाहती हूं.
And
it's poetry. It's hard to explain. I'll try in a minute after this ball. Do that again.
Just making sure they get their field placings right. Around the wicket now to Kushtil on strike. He's on 20. Strike rate of 117 right now. Deep in the crease, lost his grip on that bat. And that's disappearing for a boundary.
Well, they have to swing. They have to swing at everything now. Kushtil Shah wasn't in control, but he got the result he wanted. Still, the equation is very hard. Deep in the crease, just outside off stump. Slashes hard, runs, that's what matters now.
Well, they got 77 Lahore Qalandars when they batted in their last 5 overs. They have to do better than that. They only got 27 deliveries. They've got to keep swinging their bat more or less every delivery now.
So they've got to go at 15s. They've got 11 off this over already, and it's only halfway through. That's nicely bowled in the block hole. Can't do too much with that, but they might be able to scamper back for 2. Nope, just the 1. Maybe should have pushed for 2.
Well, the capacity is there, capability is there. Both these batsmen are big hitter. I know the required run rate is quite a bit, but it's chaseable. Well, I am looking for Lahore's win, and my simplicity is look what I want. I mean, it's very hard to explain. But it's beautiful.
Righto, okay.
I'm glad that you don't understand, though.
I'm believing you. 2 balls left in this Harris-Ralph over. Picking that up. There is a boundary rider. David Visa down there. Brings up the 50 stand. 32 balls only.
They might need another boundary. The Palti Lounge. The Palti Lounge and PSL will be missed for sure. It's been a brilliant tournament. Made some amazing memories. Yes, we all have.
Sure they have been, haven't they? Some magnificent catches, some outstanding bowling, some brilliant batting, some finishes. My goodness, look at these people. Everyone's locked into this game. Last ball. They could do with a boundary here. Hard down the ground. There is protection. That's Harry Brook there. It's just going to be the 1. So 15 off the over, 16 gone, 114 for 5. Talk about locked away. Look at that. 16 overs. There's absolutely nothing in it. I'm calling it even Stevens right now. Just quickly, that's how close it is. 114 versus 113. Nothing in it whatsoever. Afridi starts now. Again with pace. Is it out? It is out! My goodness, Afridi. The captain has struck with his first ball. That is unbelievable. And guess who again? Fakhar Zaman has had an absolute blinder in the field.
Shaheen Shah Afridi never disappoints. First delivery right in the block hole. And receiving end, Fakhar Zaman. Some brilliant catches tonight for him. Lahore is on the roar and they are roaring.
Wow. First ball back to Tim David. Tim David says whenever he goes to bat, he wants to make sure his impact is a difference in a game. He's missed out on that occasion, but the bloke with his arms raised has made a difference. As he's seen the end of Tim David, he's gone for 27 off 17, 114 for 6 now. Push still on strike. Oh, that's down the leg side. Tidied up. No bye, but a wide.
Just missing his mark. Have a look at that. Couldn't get underneath it. It's never easy with that sort of pace. Brilliant Yorker. Tim David missing out, but he had to go for it. And here are the celebrations from the skipper.
Well, anything this man is touching at the moment is turning into gold. What a roll he's on.
Slow delivery, waited for a chop that over the top, and he's got a boundary. Nice work from Kostiel.
They're not going to give it up. They're not going to give it up easy. They're just going to keep throwing their bat and everything. I know the run rate is just touch out of reach at the moment, but this man, Kostiel Shah, we have seen it do before. Waited on the ball, allowed the ball to come close to him, and then played it over the top. Smart batting.
He got that 16 off the last over against Harris Ralph, against this team, to win in that early game in Karachi. 62 they need in 22 balls. 5 off this over so far. Only 2 balls in though. Oh, it's nicely bowled. Digging that out, just the one.
Well, that is the difference between the two sides. Lahore Qalandars bowling, what they're doing good is they're just bowling right there, right in the block hole. They're not allowing the batsman to get under it. Even Tim David's wicket, when he looked to hit mid-wicket, the ball was very close to him. Yeah, that's beautiful bowling.
There is so much noise here at the moment in this stadium, Gaddafi Stadium. Now it's Willie. Deep in the crease, he's bowled, got it underneath. That is a magnificent delivery. Batting very deep in the crease, didn't matter. Disturbed the furniture, top stuff.
David Willey couldn't get the willow underneath it. Shaheen Shafridi, yet another perfect Yorker. Too good for him. And it's all happening for Lahore Qalandars. They are all over it. David Willey, yeah, he'll remember that delivery for some time now.
Fantastic delivery, watch that. Right in the block hole, the perfect Yorker. That's his second wicket, 144.6. That is quick. And no chance, David Willey. Gone for 0, is 120 for 7.
Right, he's charging again. We've got 2 wickets in this over. Does he want 3? Pass the outside edge.
Almost there, almost third one. But have a look at that. It's unplayable. Starting in, right on the middle stump. As easy as he likes. Yep.
Waka, talk to me about the skill to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's an amazing skill, actually. You know, you got it right, and you get this reward for that. You know, you win this trophy even if you can do that on a regular basis like that. Wow. I think this game is done and dusted. 120-7.
Sensational stuff from Afridi. He's got 1 over left. He's just having a bit of a look at the scoreboard just to do some calculations in his head. Of course, his captain, he's got to make sure that he gets that right as well. And it's normally Ralph and he. And then Visa at the end. That's how it's worked. That's how it was successful in the last game. Harris Ralph to ball over number 18. Again in the block hole. This is magnificent work from these quicks. Coming back for 2. Big good one, okay.
Running for everything for still in race, but it's too good for them. Harris Ralph following Shaheen Shah's plan there, which has been working, and this is the difference between these two teams.
Well, it's not only the good planning, it's about executing and backing each other. We've been talking about Lahore Qalandars bowling since the very beginning, and they had lost few games.
Ralph again. Bowling. There it is. Off stump. Smashed. Another big wicket. This time it's the other one. It's the Rocket Man Ralph.
Well, if you're struggling to play in front, you're struggling to play behind also. This was quick delivery. 143.6. Bowling at the stumps. That's the reward you get. You bowl straight, and that's the reward you get. Hit the top of the off stump. Wow.
Saw Kushtil going across early and change his length. That's how smart he is. Seems to be all over for Multan Sultan. The big man has to take the walk. 32 of 23 Multan. 122, 8 down.
Wow, this is explosive stuff. It really is. Tahir is in the firing line. Gets bat on that. Sweeper into play. 3 wickets for 8 runs. Of extreme pace and magnificent Yorkers.
Well, there's the master class right there. How to bowl at death overs from Harris Ralph and Shaheen Shah Afridi. They know how important this wicket was. Exceptional bowling and execution. Yeah, he knows that it's all done now.
Yeah, the entire Lahore, the entire stadium up on their feet.
2 wickets they want. Bottom edge. Oh, mix up side the stumps. Tahir's safe.
Amazing crowd in today. They started building up from 3 o'clock, and they waited, and especially they waited for this day. Lahore Qalandars have not won this tournament in 6 years. They struggled for the first 5 years. They did not qualify. They did go to the final once before this, and now they're in the final and they're on the verge of lifting that trophy.
Enough bat on that, and he's picked up a boundary as well. Good stuff from Tahir. Swinging the bat.
Celebrations are on their way. Tahir just swinging hard at the delivery. The length was there, he had to go for it. The equation is way out of reach for Multan Sultan.
Well, I've not seen this sort of crowd in long time. Pakistan's cricket has been in isolation for a long period.
If you think about it, they knew that they were going to be in the final the day, in fact, 2 nights ago. That's over the top, and that's gone for 4 as well. And then it was sold out, the ground was sold out the very next morning. 18 gone, 132 for 8. They are so expectant now. They're on their feet. Lovely shots from the HBL Spider Cam. Still the banners are there. Lots of support for Lahore Qalandars. This is what they anticipated. The bench is even getting warmed up. A couple of smiles just starting to appear. Two for 24 to Shaheen Shah Afridi at the moment. He's got 1 over left. Over number 19's about to kick off.
Shaheen Shah Afridi, given the responsibility of a captaincy, Lahore Qalandars, and is coming so good. His decisions were amazing throughout this tournament. Stain-free drive by Brighton.
Around the wicket now. Thrashing at that. There is a man in the vicinity, but it's going to be on 2 bounces. Samit Patel tidies up.
Is a hot-tempered guy, Shaheen Afridi, but he's been very calm. And I think the team were very supportive of him. Sometimes when he gets hit, he gets animated and he gets very angry. But I guess with the passage of time, he will learn.
Brings a sweeper into play again. You'll remember, of course, at the start of this HBL PSL, he was getting quite a bit of assistance from the guys like David Visa and a couple of other guys who helped him. But now he's running the captaincy just by himself. It took probably 3 games before he took over himself.
I think they only help him when he needs it, first of all, and then Mohammad Hafiz, David Vise, all these guys, they just jump in when he's just a little bit more animated.
Oh, he's clubbed that nicely. I think that's going to go for 4. Yes, it is. That's a fine stroke from Race.
Some fight remaining in Multan Sultan's dugout, but it's not going to help. It's rolling the fingers, giving some room over the extra cover area. Yes, you have to give credit to this guy. Many people were skeptical about his added responsibility, but he delivered to the best.
Bang on target. Middle stump, he's got another one. Unbelievable stuff from Afridi. There's that salute again. That's his 3rd. 3 for 30 his return at this stage. He has been simply remarkable.
Well, they've done their homework and they've worked on their Yorkers, I feel. The days they had off, I feel that's what they've been doing. Just putting the ball in the right area, and the right area is the block hole. Right there, watch this. Nice, beautiful. Right at the base of the middle stump. And that's his 3rd wicket, and 9 down now. And over and a bit remaining. Roman Ray's gone for 6.
It looks a happy bunch now, that's for sure. Last ball of the over. 1 wicket required. Slaps that away. No run taken. Outstanding stuff from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Ends up 4 overs, 3 for 30, 19 gone. 1 wicket required, 138 for 9.
Well, Shaheen Shah Afridi, not only a captain of Lahore Qalandars, is also a leading wicket taker now in this competition. And the entire stadium, the entire Lahore, probably people sitting on television, they're just loving the atmosphere. There you go, confirmation right on the top of the tree. 20 wickets.
You know, the proud wearer of the Faisal Mahmood cap. Top of the pops. Top wicket taker. Magnificent work from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Here's the rest of his squad. They're all lined up. They're ready to scream onto the ground. We've got 1 over to go. David Wiese to bowl the last over. 1 wicket as well. In the block hole, even from him.
Incredible performance from Lahore Qalandars. They were in deep waters, but then they managed to get a good challenging total. With the ball, they were spot on with their line length and plan, and above all, execution. They kept their cool, held their nerves, and yes, just few moments away from grabbing the trophy.
Wiese again. Hard down the ground, no run again. 2 dot balls to start the last over.
Before we get into the eliminators, nobody thought that Lahore Qalandars will be winning this trophy. There were 2 favourites, were Multan Sultans and Islamabad United, I would say, but them lot, this man has really gathered these troops and put the performance together, and he's on the verge of lifting that beautiful trophy.
That's high. Who's underneath that one? Who's going to take this catch? There it is. It's all over. Here comes the squad. The celebrations begin in the middle. Unbelievable scenes here at the Gaddafi Stadium. They're all sprinting to their captain. He's being mobbed in the middle. Shaheen Shah Afridi. This is one very happy bunch. It's the first time, of course, they've won the PSL. First time they've won the HBL PSL. They are absolutely ecstatic. Lahore Qalandars win by 42 runs. Amazing scenes here and also in the crowd.
But long wait comes to an end, and doing it in front of their home crowd, that is amazing. The team was down and out. Nobody thought that they would win this trophy, and they were the only team who have not won this competition so far. Very, very well-deserved team to win this trophy, led by this man in the middle, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Led his troop beautifully.
For HBL PSL fact, all 6 franchises have now won an HBL PSL title. Unbelievable. Fireworks in the middle, fireworks in the sky as well. Terrific stuff from the Lahore Qalandars. They did it the hard way as well after losing the qualifier, and then they had to do it the hard way to win games and get through to the final. And this is it. This is what it's all about. They've been together for some time now. They're a tight unit. They're batting at one stage looked like getting only the 160 mark at best. And then there was a brilliant partnership with David Wiese and also Harry Brook to get him to 180. And then the bowlers just took over, led by this guy. What a skipper.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Very first time in this competition leading Lahore Qalandars, and he's pumped up. And why not? This team was without their coach, who's probably sitting at the hotel, struggling with COVID, and he's probably dancing at the moment. And why not? And this is what you want to see. 2 friends, 2 captains, lots of emotions. Wow, great images.
That's what sports is all about. That's what cricket is all about. And that's what HBL PSL is all about. They may be competing against each other, but at the end of the day, they stand together, celebrating the victory. What a wonderful scene out there in the middle. And what campaign they had. The journey has been exceptional. Going all the way, winning the trophy, And this guy has been exceptional in every field.
Totally. Absolutely amazing. I think the spirit from all the teams throughout the HBL PSL has been outstanding. It's been amplified by this. So just wonderful to see the warmth between these two teams. Of course, led by the two captains, led by Mohammed Rizwan. I tell you what, who doesn't want to be captained by him for starters? Who doesn't want to be captained by Shaheen Shah Afridi? Two magnificent skippers who have done a wonderful job and have done this event proud. They really have. There's Shah Masood and Afridi as well.
Well, the two teams from Punjab, one from Multan and one from Lahore, led by two Pathans from up north, the two warriors. I think credit should be given to Multan also, the way they played this tournament. They were unbeaten. The only team who have beaten them in this tournament was this Lahore Qalandars. They got beaten twice from them, but this was kind of a revenge with the trophy in hand. Wow, just loving it. Deserve it all. Great scenes, lots of emotions.
Yep, quite remarkable. This is a unique tournament, it really is. It's got its own racy pulse and it exhibits excellence through instinctive cricketers who play it the right way. And that is really special. Faisal Mahmood cap is being worn by Shaheen Shah Afridi now as they start their walk around to thank their supporters. Harris Ralph is leading the pack. He's pretty pumped up. Ghulam is alongside him as well, and so they should be. It's been a journey, that's for sure.
A dream coming true for Shaheen Shah Afridi, ending with the Faisal Mahmood cap, leading wicket taker of the tournament, winning the trophy, and thanking the crowd who were all time behind this team.
How good was Hafiz? We are forgetting Muhammad Hafiz. He batted superbly, 69 of 46 deliveries, and then came out with the ball in hand, picking up a couple of wickets. A match-winning performance. Very, very deserved team. Long way it comes to an end. Big smiles, and why not? Happy bunch. Work together hard. The long campaign comes to an end, and with big smiles on their face, and soon we'll see them lifting that beautiful trophy.
Just look at these supporters now as they walk around. See what it means, these supporters. They've been packing in here. This ground has been sold out probably 5 or 6 times over the last week and a half, I guess. And look at them now. This is what they wanted to see at the end. All the posters are still there, packed in. They would have been disappointed at one stage today when things weren't going well for Lahore, particularly when Fakhar Zaman got out nice and early. It'd go to show that it's not just about Fakhar Zaman, that's for sure. But now they are all ecstatic in the stands.
Well, normally what you see straight after the game, people start leaving. They want to get home quickly. Nobody's moving. Look at the aisles. They're still full. They want to see their heroes. And Rizwan just giving them, supporting their team and saying, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. We have done our bit. We played superbly, and they did. It's just that unfortunate that they lost at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's great to see the Multan Sultans boys together, having a chat, led by also Mohammed Rizwan. And here come the boys. They are so ecstatic as they continue their lap of honour. They really did play superbly, that's for sure. It really was quite exceptional. They put on a show. I think the thing about them is they're so explosive. Lahore Qalandars, so explosive with their ability. They've got international game breakers. And they're the guys that stood up today. The likes of David Visa, the likes of Shaheen Shah Afridi, Harris Ralph, international players. Muhammad Hafiz, as you mentioned, Waqar, they're the blokes. Amazing, really amazing. And this guy is a gem.
There's so much hard work been put into this tournament, HBL PSL. Yeah, big smile, why not? Come out. This is the best you could have done. And very well deserved, batted superbly. Captain, one of the best captains of this tournament, without a doubt. And the team who should have won, but unfortunately, Lahore Qalandars were too good for them tonight.
Exceptional game of cricket in front of the home crowd. House packed, everyone on their seats, and men in green turned victorious. You have to give lots of credit to everyone. Each and every player stood up, took responsibility, made sure that they finished really strong with the trophy. And you have to give credit to this guy, the way he led. Multan Sultan had faith in every player. You have to give credit to all the teams participating. This has been an incredible tournament and season.
Haris Rauf is going to just throw his jersey into the crowd as they continue this lap of honour. And Waqar's right. I mean, normally at this stage, this is half empty, this crowd. No one's gone. They're all still there. Unbelievable scenes as we reflect on the card, the batting card for the Multan Sultans. So there's the champions of 2022. Now they are. The very first time that these guys, the Lahore Qalandars, have lifted this trophy and have stood behind that champions banner.